expansion team. That's when you get more of them. If Fergie gets out of the pocket, he gets in trouble. He gets to get out. But he's all right today, and he's going to do well.
Buffalo won the toss. They'll be receiving. There is Joe Ferguson, number 12. And he will be, of course, moving the offense for the Buffalo Bills. Number 10 will be his backup if needed. Matt Coper from San Diego State, who you saw in action on Monday. I thought he looked pretty good. I liked his throwing motion.
He's a very fine quarterback. His only problem is he hasn't gotten in there. He's going to have fun watching Marino because Marino is getting in and getting his experience. Coper's will come down the road.
Uwe von Schaman, of course, will be kicking off for the Miami Dolphins. The two deep backs for the Buffalo Bills, Mike Mosley, number 88, and Rob Riddick, number 40. The sun is out. It is a gorgeous day in Miami, and we are set to go. Again, the temperature, very warm. It is 83 degrees and a little muggy.
I'll say.
And he's going to run it out from 5 yards deep in the end zone. A fumble. Miami has the ball. Rodell Thomas. Was it Rodell Thomas?
No, it was Jensen. Jim Jensen, number 11. That hit him.
Jensen is the quarterback. Rodell Thomas is the man who recovered it. Let's take another look.
You didn't think I was going to tell you who recovered it when a quarterback goes down and knocks the ball out from a return man, especially as good as Riddick. There you see Jim Jensen, number 11, knocking the ball out. The ball comes loose. Big play for the Dolphins right off the bat.
Dan Marino, the quarterback. Nathan and Franklin, the running back. 17-yard line of Buffalo. Franklin to the 14. Gain of 3. Second down, 7. Chris Keating and Urban Parker with the tackle. Now let's look at that offensive set for the Dolphins. We talked about the young quarterback, Dan Marino, his first start, with Tony Nathan and Andre Franklin, the running back. Receivers, Mark Duper, his first start. Matt Moore, Dan Johnson. Kiesler, Kuchenberg, Stevenson, Newman, and Laxo. Woody Pinnock comes in and an offensive change in the backfield. First pass, tipped, intercepted. Steve Freeman makes the interception. So an inauspicious start for Dan Marino, and Buffalo has the ball. We've traded turnovers, and we'll look at that interception from the end zone.
If you're playing in your first game as a rookie in the National Football League, it's not a bad place to start on the other teams inside their 20. This is a quick pass. He's trying to hit the flanker on a slant. One of the defensive linemen knocks it up in the air. Steve Freeman, a big play person for the Bills secondary, gets his hands under it and makes the catch. Let's take another look and see who. I think it's Williams. Ben Williams gets his hands up. Freeman sees the ball and makes a big interception.
So Buffalo has the ball. Their first time on offense at their own 21-yard line first down. Booker Moore. Maybe a yard. That's about all. We'll look at that Buffalo offense with Joe Ferguson at quarterback. The great Joe Gribbs and Booker Moore are the two running backs. There they are. And now let's look at the receivers, and they are good. Butler Lewis and the tight end Mark Bramer. A note of the tight end Tony Hunter, who is the number 2 tight end as we look at that offensive line, has a hamstring. We do not know whether or not Tony Hunter will be playing. 2nd and 9. Second back is Krill. 26, maybe the 27-yard line. Gain of 5, so it'll be 3rd down and 4. Charles Bowser made the tackle. Defensively for the Dolphins, we'll see a basic 3-4. They've got a linebacker problem. We may see a lot of 4-3. We'll be talking about Betters, Baumauer, and Bocamper. Linebackers, Rudzinski, Due, Mike Brown starting for Ernie Roan and Charles Bowser. And there, of course, is a look at the secondary. And a problem there, Gerald Small may be replaced by Paul Langford, as Small is bothered by a hamstring. 3rd down 4. Terry Tuttle is in. 3 receivers for the Bills. Tuttle just coming off of the injured list this week. From the shotgun, here's Ferguson. Underneath the coverage, pass is complete to Jerry Butler. A fumble at the end of the play. It may have been blown dead. Running into the end zone of the Dolphins.
Blown dead, Charlie.
Was that Kozlowski?
Kozlowski picked it up.
But the play had been blown dead at the 29-yard line. It'll be 4th down and still a couple. And so Buffalo will be kicking. We'll take another look.
The Dolphins, Charlie, are showing Buffalo a little bit different as we look at Ferguson dropping back to pass. The receiver coming across the field, hoping to pick up 4 yards. Alert Dolphin defense. The ball comes out. When he hits the ground, no fumble.
So Greg Cater will be kicking a 38.1-yard average. Mark Clayton is set for the return for Miami. Cater has not been kicking that well. Dolphins could have good field position. This one hangs up. Fair catch is called for and taken by one of the upbacks at the 37. That was Mike Kozlowski. So Miami takes over for the second time on their own 37-yard line. We have no score. We're in the first quarter. Just under 3 minutes gone.
Story on Jim Jensen, who called the fumble on the kickoff last week against New Orleans. He got called twice for roughing the punter and gave New Orleans back the ball first down. How 1 week's difference make the big change.
From goat to hero in 7 days. This is David Overstreet, who's in the backfield, to the 43-yard line. From the 37 to the 43, a gain of 6, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. Eugene Meyer with a tackle. Let's look at that Buffalo Bills defense. A basic 3-4 with Ben Williams, Fritz Swerlis, and Sherman White. Strong front 3 and good linebackers. Sanford, Keating, Marvin, Parker. And in the secondary, the return of Rod Cush. Missing 2 ball games with a knee injury. He's back at free safety. Score in Minnesota leading Chicago 7-0. Darren Nelson, a 56-yard touchdown run. Here is Dan Marino, the rookie quarterback, first start. Nathan and Bennett are the running backs. There is the score in the Minnesota-Chicago game. Marino throws, and this one is complete for a first down. To the 43-yard line of Buffalo. Tony Nathan on the receiving end. Nathan, number 22, is the leading rusher and leading receiver for the Dolphins.
Charlie, Dan Marino may be a rookie in the NFL, but he's had a lot of playing experience. University of Pittsburgh, started 4 years, threw a lot of football. Stays in the pocket, drills it with a little quick hook by the halfback coming out of the backfield. Picked up a big first down. It's a good confidence builder for to complete your first pass on a sure play such as that.
First down, 43-yard line of Buffalo. Franklin to the 41-yard line. A gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Lucius Sanford is the man who brought him down. We have a report that Joe Tripp has a bit of a neck injury, but should return to the ball game when Buffalo goes on offense.
Pinched nerve, Charlie. The same thing that knocked him out of the ball game last Monday night, and when he fumbled on the goal line coming out. I saw him go off the field when Buffalo was on the field. He replaced himself. We hope that he's back in the ball game soon. Those things have a way of going away, Charlie. If you just wait a while, the pinched nerve, if he doesn't get a hit again, he may be all right for the rest of the game.
Timeout, Miami. And maybe a little miscue, a problem with the play coming in. We've got a timeout by the Miami Dolphins. This is one of the things that you have to put up with a rookie quarterback in his first start. No score, we'll be back.
Don't miss the Dolphins Super Show. Only on South Florida's Information and Sports Authority, WIOD.
We're back at the Orange Bowl. Miami has the ball on the Buffalo 41-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Just over 10 minutes left to go. First quarter, no score. And Tony Nathan is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Eugene Marr, inside right linebacker. Good play.
One of the battles we'll be watching all day is Smerlis and Stevenson, center for the Dolphins. Kuchenberg pulling on a little trap. The 2 linebackers, Keating and Marr, filling the hole. As soon as they see the guard pull across Kuchenberg, they fill the hole, step up in there, and meet Nathan for no gain. That'll be one of the keys. 1st and 2nd down running for the Dolphins today.
3rd down 8. 6 men in the secondary for the Buffalo Bills. From the shotgun. Reno has pressure. Scrambles, and he will be sacked. Ben Williams got him. Now, a note on Ben Williams. That is his 4th sack of the year. His previous 3 came against Miami in the opener.
Good play by Ben Williams, just good pressure. Marino has plenty of time to throw. The Dolphins offense protected him well enough. Williams coming up the middle from his defensive end spot. Marino sees nobody open, starts to scramble one way. They have good containment. That's one of the things they'll need to do because Marino can run outside the pocket.
And so Reggie Roby will be kicking, the rookie from Iowa. And watch this demonstration. Oh, it's beautiful. He can really hang it up. Caught in the air.
That's a great play.
A fair catch at the 40-yard line. And
What a play.
That is legal, a 46-yard kick, providing you have that situation. A fair catch was called, and the receiver stepped away. You were not bothering him at all.
Robert Sowell goes down, sees the punt returner step away from it. He's following it all the way, makes an over-the-shoulder catch, and a great play by Robert Sowell, the Miami Dolphins.
At the 4-yard line, we'll be back in a moment. Roby, and he knows that today's telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League, intended for the private use of our audience, and the rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Miami Dolphins and the National Football League is prohibited. Buffalo now, from their own 4-yard line, Cribbs is back in the ball game. He and Booker Moore, the two running backs. Cribbs, nowhere to go. He may lose a yard. Mike Charles and Bob Baumhauer on the tackle.
Charlie saw Joe Ferguson looking around, looking for his running back, Joe Cribbs. The Dolphins are in a 4-man line. This is something they have never done this year and certainly not in the past. He is checking off to a running play. Joe Cribbs cannot hear at that end of the end zone, doesn't expect to check off. The blocking assignment is all mixed up. The reason they're going 4-man line is because they've had all the injuries at linebacker this year, and Ernie Roan is in the hospital, and his backup, Brown, is not in there, so they're going to 4-man line.
Second down, about 10 and a half, actually, a loss of a half a yard on the play. Here's Booker Moore with Cribbs, the lead block, around the corner, and goes rolling out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. So he'll pick up about 5. It'll be third down and 5. Lyle Blackwood was there for the defense. Washington, St. Louis. John Riggin, 17 yards for the touchdown. It's Washington 7, and St. Louis nothing in the first period.
I think that guy has found a fountain of youth.
He has. We should buy a piece of the action.
Well,
speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself is right.
I'll take 80% of that fountain right now. Third down 5, passing situation. Lewis, Tuttle, and Butler are all in. Raymer the tight end. Third down 5. Ferguson to throw. 4-man rush. Fires. Incomplete. Frank Lewis intended receivers, a good pass. Maybe a little high, but catchable.
It was a good pattern. They sent Joe Cribbs deep. Frank Lewis started in and then back out. Just wanted to pick up 5 yards. Nothing deep, nothing fancy. In that end of the end zone, you want to throw something safe and just get me something that get me out of that end of the end zone and make some first downs.
Greg Cater will be kicking. And Mark Clayton is set for the return. He is inside the 50-yard line. Justin Cross doing the snapping for the Buffalo Bills. Pretty good kick. Hanging up. Takes it at the 48-yard line of Miami and loses yardage, slips tackles. Fights his way back almost to where he caught it. He'll lose a yard on the return. Joy Lumpkin was down for the Buffalo Bills very quickly. Hang time, good. 4.6 seconds for Greg Cater. We have no score as we look again at the return. 6:54 left to go. First quarter, we're in the Orange Bowl. Don Shula, a smile on his face and a song in his heart. He's a new grandfather.
Grandpa Shula. There you go, Grandpa. David Shula, his son. This morning, Leslie gave birth to a 6-pound baby boy.
Nice way to start a Sunday. Reno throws. Pass is complete. 45-yard line of Buffalo. Gain of 8. So it'll be second down a couple. Dan Johnson on the receiving end. Lucius Sanford and Charles Roan making the tackle for Buffalo.
Second and 3.
Now, offensively, Bob, you established it right at the top of the show. Not the strong points. Miami ranked 26 in the NFL. Buffalo ranked 27.
Additionally to that, passing-wise, Buffalo is 26th in the league passing. The Dolphins are 28. So both teams have relied on the running game so far.
Here's David Overstreet. Close to the first down. Believe it will be short. Third down and 1. Parker making the tackle. Now, let's go back just for a moment to Don Shula, the new grandfather. Have they decided what they're going to name the grandson?
I saw Don on the sideline just before the game, and Marino was around there too. And I've never seen Shula before a game beaming and smiling so much. I asked him if they had a name, and he said, yeah, they were thinking about Danny. And I looked over at Marino, and I said, don't get cocky, kid. They got a dog that's named Zonk.
I love it. Third down and 1. Roy Foster is in as a tight end, a blocking end. He's normally an offensive tackle, of course. Little play action. Going deep, but good coverage by the Buffalo Bills. Two men sent out as receivers, Nat Moore and the tight end Dan Johnson, and both covered well. Flag down. You're smiling on that play.
That's a play that the Dolphins have run against Buffalo every year. One time they play each other twice a year, obviously, and they'll get that play in once in the 2 games. And I don't think they've hit it in 5 or 6 years. Buffalo, very aggressive short yardage team defensively, will send everybody up to try and stop the run, and the pass is there, but they have good corners that can cover it. There again, good coverage on the play.
Let me make a correction. There was not a flag thrown. There is an injured player down for the Buffalo Bills. So we have an injury timeout. He's at the left 23-yard line. It is Rod Cush. Now Cush, with a knee injury, missing 2 ball games and just coming back off of that knee injury, and they're working on the knee. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Take another look at Marino. Fakes the running play. Holds Marv Sanford coming in. Sets up, he's waiting for his flanker to get to the middle of the field. He's got one-on-one coverage. He just throws the ball too far. He had it, but not by much. I'll tell you one thing, Mario Clark has seen that play quite a few times in his career in the NFL.
Clark, the veteran, in his 8th year, number 1 draft choice back in '76, and here is bad news for the Bills as Rod Cush is being assisted on.
They certainly have gone through a string of free safeties.
Now let's go to New York. No, we're going to stay here. We're going to stay here. Hold the phone. As Reggie Roby will be kicking, Rod Cush very slowly working his way off of the field. Rob Riddick is back.
You know, last year, Charlie, they had Bill Simpson was their starter and played very well. Then Jeff Nixon was hurt. They brought in Tommy Myers. He's not there anymore. Walter Scheid was there. Now Cush is hurt. They've been through a few of them.
Fair catch is called for. Again, they let the ball drop. It is down at the 15-yard line. So Buffalo will take over the 15-yard line. So now let's go to New York, NFL 83 for an update.
Thank you, Charlie Jones.
Change. Interesting there, the rookie being benched. Here the quarterback change. They're starting the rookie. Buffalo now from their own 16-yard line, first down. We have no score. 5-14. Left to go in the first quarter. Bills have not had any offensive movement at all. And here it is. Frank Lewis, the veteran. 13 years in the NFL. 36 years of age. And he has the first down. Blackwood making the tackle at the 34-yard line.
It's a good call by Kay Stevenson, who sends in all the plays for Joe Ferguson, and good execution. First down, play action, fake the Crips, hold Dewey. He's looking for Lewis in behind Dewey. There you see it right down the middle. Well, I'll tell you, that makes me want to go back and play quarterback when they're that easy. Good play, good execution.
Gain of 18 yards. Now, Dewey will be moving around a lot, but he has to pick up the cadence of Ferguson before he can set his defensive moves. We'll be talking about that. First down, Buffalo at their own 34-yard line. And he goes right back to Lewis. Lewis has back-to-back first down. 45-yard line, gain of 11. So 18 and then 11, 2 first downs. Buffalo is on the move.
You know, Charlie, the Buffalo offense and the Miami defense. Miami's defense is number one against the pass, but they're missing their two top corners from last year. Don McNeil is out for the year with the knee, with an Achilles tendon. Gerald Small is out of this game because of tight hamstring, so he's throwing against the Miami defense without their two top cornerbacks in the ballgame.
You saw the head coach, Dave Stevenson. You also saw number 10, Matt Cofer, backup quarterback. Now, he was giving some signals. He will be signaling in the plays from the sideline most of the time. First down, Buffalo. Ferguson to throw. Pass is complete to Cribbs. Their leading receiver. Good stop and start move and out of bounds. First down. 36-yard line. A gain of 19. 36-yard line of Miami. Lyle Blackwood finally wrestled him out of bounds.
We'll take a look. This is just a little halfback option. The halfback has the option to break to the inside or the out. He breaks outside on the linebacker, Brown, who's in there with a sore turf toe. Joe makes a good move, holds the cornerback, gets outside for a few extra yards. The top receiver, as you said, Charlie, and a big play man for the Buffalo Bills.
First down at the Miami 36-yard line. Deepest penetration for the Bills in the ballgame. Just over 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Roosevelt leads. Has a yard to the 35. It'll be second down and 9. Now let's go back to number 10, Matt Cofer, backup quarterback for the Bills, signaling in on the sideline. And, you know, they'll have 2 or 3 motions going. Cofer may be the live one. He may be with the fake. He was live a week ago. They looked over, and he was behind the bench taking some practice snaps. Ferguson had no idea. Called his own bluff.
Joe was looking for Kopler, and he was back there getting ready to go in the ballgame.
Second down and 9. 3 wide receivers in. Tuttle, Lewis, and Butler for the Bills. Cribbs. And wrapped up immediately by Mike Kozlowski at the 29-yard line. A gain of 6. So it'll be third down and 3.
Charlie, Kozlowski's in there because of the situation at linebacker for the Miami Dolphins. We've talked about it. The Dolphins have gone through a lot of linebackers this year with the death of Larry Gordon. Ron Hester's gone down. Steve Schul. Larry Evans, a linebacker they got from Denver, is out. Ernie Roan is out today, plus Brown. Mike Kozlowski will be in sometimes as a linebacker. He's normally a defensive back. They'll put him in there in that linebacker spot in passing situations to try to help cover Joe Cribbs out of the backfield.
And Langford replacing Gerald Small at that right cornerback. That hamstring bothering Small is the report. Third down 3. Roosevelt leads. It'll be close. They mark him out at the 26th, and if that's where the spot is, he can have the first down. It will be a first down. So Buffalo starting on their own 16-yard line. Now moving to the Miami 26. And looking good.
It's been a good drive for Buffalo, and they've done it by passing first and running second. They've gotten out of the tempo. The Dolphins have expected them to run on first down, and they're not. They're throwing on first down.
Now let's go back to tempo and A.J. Dewey. He's trying to pick up Ferguson's tempo for his set.
After a couple of series of downs, he'll get his tempo, and we'll talk more about it after this play.
Cribbs in motion. Throwing on first down. Has his man, it's Butler. Overthrows it. Langford picked him up. It'll be second down and 10 back at the 26.
Had his man open. Didn't have any more time to wait. Rush was there, had a blitz coming. A.J. Dewey was coming. What we're talking about, Charlie, is the key to Miami's defense is the movement of A.J. Dewey. When he moves from over the guard to over the tackle to outside, the offensive line and the backs have to adjust as far as if he blitzes, who's going to block him. Now, he's not going to line up where he's going to, which hole he's going to come through. And what he tries to do is get the cadence so he'll be at that spot at the right time when the ball is snapped. He doesn't want to show it too soon, but he wants to be there exactly when the ball is snapped.
Dewey, number 77. 5 in the secondary. Second and 10 at the 26. 5 on the pattern. Both backs are out. It's the Cribbs. 18-yard line. And then 3 more yards to the 18 to the 15 on his own. Kozlowski with a tackle, but it is a first down for Buffalo.
We'll see Ferguson dropping back. Cripps slipping through the middle of the line. The back's crossing to give the linebackers a little problem. This is what makes him so great. This move right here. 3 guys. He's going to get a couple extra yards through it. We will see Joe slipping through the line. It's a little dump-off pass. He wanted to throw the ball downfield, but when he goes right here, he gets him off balance, gets 3 or 4 more yards just because of his shiftiness and his quickness.
A report in on Rod Cush. It is the knee injury. Doubtful if he will return. First down, 15-yard line. Miami territory. Bills on the move. Little play-action fake. Pass is complete, and he goes to Buster Barnett. Flag is down. Barnett replacing Tony Hunter as the backup tight end behind Bramer. Hunter with a hamstring injury did not practice this week, has not played thus far. Now let's see what the flag is all about. Is that our first penalty flag?
I think that's the first time they...
I called one that wasn't there. I think that's the first one that was a real one. Holding against Buffalo. That cost you 10.
Charlie, you're talking about Tony Hunter, the rookie tight end. Let's get this call here.
There's no foul. The flag was picked up. The players will reverse. Play will stand.
What did he say?
He said the flag was picked up, the players were reversed. I have no idea what he means. Unless he means... Wait, hello? So we still have not had a flag. So I'm one-on-one with the officials.
Yeah.
I missed one, they missed one.
Tony Hunter, we're talking about Tony Hunter, the fine rookie. Don Shula says he reminds me of Kellen Winslow. They were preparing to play against Tony Hunter this week in practice. The fact that he's not in there today is going to limit some of the things that the Bills can do offensively.
Second down and 7. Cripps inside the Timber Market, the 9-yard line. Gain of 3, so it'll be third down and 4 in the Detroit-Green Bay game. Jones scoring from a yard out. It is Detroit 7 and Green Bay nothing. That's in the first quarter. Here we have no score, and we're winding down the first period. 46 seconds and counting. Third down and 4. Well within the field goal range of Joe Danello of the Buffalo Bills. Kozlowski is into the secondary.
Look for Joe Cripps coming out of the backfield here.
From the shotgun. 4 wide receivers for the Bills. No tight end. Timing pattern, end zone, touchdown. Number 85 is Byron Franklin. And that is his first touchdown of the year.
We'll take another look. Franklin at the top of your screen with an inside release on Kozlowski. Then he swings back to the outside. Ferguson throws the ball in there perfectly. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Not only the first touchdown of the year, but for the second-year man from Auburn, it is first touchdown of his NFL career. Joe Danello will attempt the point after. Matt Kofler with the hold. And it is good. So Buffalo opens the scoring. The Bills 7, the Dolphins nothing with 16 seconds. Time remaining. First quarter in the Orange Bowl. We'll be back with a kickoff. The youngest head coach in the NFL, and Don Shula, well, he is the newest grandfather in the NFL. Walker bounces it a couple of times, picks it up, and then he is bounced. At about the 7-yard line by Gary Thompson. Thompson out of the College of Redwood, that's a 2-year JC. The scoring drive, 84 yards in 11 plays. It consumed 4 minutes and 58 seconds. And the touchdown pass, 9 yards from Ferguson to Byron Franklin. And for Franklin again, his first touchdown in the NFL.
That drive there, Charlie, will go a long way to give the Buffalo offense some confidence against this number 1 Miami defense. They have not played that well as a unit the entire season, but that was an excellent drive.
Miami has the ball on their own 7-yard line, first down. Reno gives off to Franklin, and Franklin's in trouble. He'll lose 2, maybe 3. Lucius Stanford making the tackle at the 5-yard line. So it will be second down and 12 as time runs out. in the first quarter. 1 in the book. 3 to go, and Buffalo leads it 7-0. And Bob Greasy, we're in the Orange Bowl as we start the second quarter. Buffalo 7 and Miami nothing. A 4-way tie in the AFC East. Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, and Baltimore with identical 3-2 records. And New England is a 2-3 record. Tony Nathan and Woody Bennett in the ball game. Flag is down. Marino throwing into the left flat, out of the backfield. Was Tony Nathan, I believe, and it is Sanford with the tackle. Was that Nathan? Yes. Now while we sort out the flag, and this is officially the first flag, it is against Buffalo. We'll look at the statistics in the first quarter. Total offense leaning way to the Bills' side, 97-32, but that's not a lot of offense in the first quarter.
No, it's not.
One long drive.
The Dolphins, that's right, one long drive. The Dolphins were fortunate to get the ball in good field position on the 17-yard line, but didn't do anything with it.
Personal foul. Number 77. Defense. Head slap. First down.
Personal foul on Ben Williams, a head slap. You know, Deacon Jones, when he was playing, that was legal, and defensive lineman coming off the line could hit the side of the helmet and literally ring your bell, because you hear bells ringing, no longer legal, of course. With that defensive foul, it's an automatic first down at the 20-yard line. Here is Franklin, and he is cut down at the 20-yard line. Mario Clark, the first man to get to him, moving up from defensive cornerback. Another score in on the Denver-Houston game. That game is now tied 7-7. Nielsen, a touchdown pass to Tim Smith of 40 yards. That game is in the second quarter. 9 seconds into the second quarter. The two games besides this one that we are particularly keeping our eye out for are scores from the Jets-Cleveland game and New England at Baltimore, because, of course, those involved AFC East teams. And off to Nathan inside and wrapped up by Eugene Marr. Outstanding defensive play.
It really was, Charlie. The Buffalo Bills, we talked about A.J. Dewey timing his blitz. Watch Eugene Marr, 54 on the move, gets there before Ed Newman can get to him. That's what they've got Marino's cadence down, just as Miami and Dewey was trying to get Ferguson's down, and they really have an advantage in knowing that Shula wants to run the ball to establish the run. They're going to have to throw some to open it up for the running game.
3rd-11, another score in on Detroit, Green Bay. Detroit leading that now 10-0. Incomplete. Chris Williams, replacing the injured Rod Cush, thought he had the interception.
We'll see an end zone look of what Marino's looking at. Sanford dropping straight back. That means he's in a zone. He's not covering anybody individually. He throws the ball over his head, and behind him, Chris Williams, who got the first interception last Monday night for the Bills this season, dropping one that should have been right in his hands.
And speaking of interceptions, he has the only interception for the Bills this season. Riddick on the return. Squirming for 7, maybe 8 yards. Jim Jensen making the tackle for the Miami Dolphins. 13-19. Time remaining. First half, a 41-yard kick, a 7-yard return. We'll be back. News for Denver. And they have a tie ball game. We have a game here where it is Buffalo 7 and Miami nothing, and we have a technical problem right now. We'll try and sort that out for you. 13-19. Time remaining in the first half. It is Buffalo 7 and Miami nothing, and the Bills have the ball on their own 48-yard line. First down for Buffalo. Steve Freeman, of course, with the interception this ball game. So the Bills now have a total of 2 interceptions on the year. Bramer showing motion. Ferguson to throw. Into coverage, knocked away. Bramer, the intended receiver. It'll be second down and 10. Kozlowski is the man who was there for the Dolphins. Now let's check the scoreboard. We have a couple for you here. New Orleans and Atlanta now tied 3-3. They've traded field goals at 23 and 49 yards. Washington, St. Louis are now tied at 7-7. Neil Lomax 35-yard pass for St. Louis. Second down and 10.
The elephant backfield is in there for the Bills.
Booker Moore and Roosevelt Leaks, the 2 big men, at 224 and 225. Frank Lewis, and he has been the key receiver in the ballgame thus far for the Buffalo Bills. A gain of 21 yards on the play. Lyle Blackwood makes the tackle. Miami 31-yard line, first down.
Charlie, it seems like Frank Lewis, as we watch Ferguson drop back and get a big hole in the middle of the line to see him throw through, Frank Lewis always has good games against the Miami Dolphins. Down through the years, he has been an outstanding receiver against the Miami Dolphins.
And for Frank Lewis, that is his 400th career reception. Miami showing the four-man front, plus A.J. Dewitt. 31-yard line of the Dolphins. Bills on the move for the second time. Ferguson. Swing pass, right side. Booker Moore. Moore to the 25-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. William Judson with the tackle. Bills offense continuing to move against the Dolphin defense.
Ferguson is really on target. The play selection has been good. They've been throwing on running downs. Plus, I think, Charlie, Dolphin defense and all the different variations that they're doing now with their linebacker problems, playing the four-man line, bringing Kozlowski in on second down and passing situations. I don't think they're in their groove as much as they should be.
But still, they're the #1 defensive team in the NFL, and Buffalo is moving on them.
Exactly.
Second and 4. Cribbs' flag is down, and Cribbs is down. He may get a yard, and that's about it. We'll check out the flag. Mike Charles and A.J. Dewey on the tackle. Frank Lewis, 3 receptions for 50 yards already in the ballgame. We have 11:31 left to go in the second quarter, so he's off to a great start. Ferguson has had excellent protection. He has been sacked some 13 times this year. Matt Cofer's back has been sacked 5 times.
Well, Charlie, last year, the Buffalo Bills were #3 percentage-wise against the sack.
Little problem with the microphone now. We would like to point out that this microphone equipment may be working now. It's furnished by the NFL and not by NBC. It's a official part of the league.
Joe doesn't really know what happened there. I've seen that expression. In fact, I've used that expression
several times. Now,
what in the world's going on? Let us play.
13 of the 18 sacks on the Buffalo Bills quarterback coming in their 2 losses to Miami and to the Jets.
Good point.
Second and 9. 30-yard line. Following the motion penalty. Receiver did not turn around. Cruising on the pattern was Frank Lewis. He never looked back.
Never looked back. They may run that pattern 25 times in practice. He's probably the last man that Fergie ever throws it to, but you've got to run them all out because if the defense dictates it, he may be the only guy with single coverage, and that's where he went that time. The young receiver not running out his pattern could have been open.
A score in on the Denver-Houston game. It is now Denver 10, Houston 7, Carlin a field goal for the Broncos as we looked again at that play. Again, Denver 10, Houston 7.
Ball thrown to the outside. If you make it move to the outside, it may have had a big completion.
Third down and 9. Four wide receivers in for the Bills. It's there. Byron Franklin. He got his first NFL touchdown earlier. He likes it. He now has his second, and the second of the ball game. He beat Fulton Walker. 52 yards on the drive in 6 plays and a 30-yard touchdown pass.
Excellent play by Joe Ferguson. He's got excellent receivers. Fine, fast, good speed receivers. He's got good protection, allows him to look the field over, lays the ball up, gives his receiver plenty of time to run under. Fulton Walker is beat. 6 points. Well, it's fun to play. Fine sunshine weather, good protection, and receivers that get open.
Oh, that's a great statement.
Oh, boy.
Danilo to attempt the point after to make it 14-0. It's good. It is Buffalo 14, the Miami Dolphins 0. 11 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the first half. broadcast partner doesn't own the city. That's Bob Greasy's personal yacht in the background. The USS Greasy.
You see the heat waves coming off
It is
over
warm.
there, too?
It is warm. Danilo kicking off to the Dolphins. Fulton Walker running it out from 8 yards deep in the end zone. That's a mistake. And it cost 6 yards. His return is to the 14. If he doubted, he would be to the 20. Van Williams down for the Buffalo Bills. The scoring drive for the Bills. 5 plays, 52 yards, 2:02 lapse time, 30-yard pass from Joe Ferguson, his second of the ballgame. He now has 8 on the year, and Byron Franklin has his second touchdown of his career. So Miami moving on offense. Really haven't had a lot of offense going. They start from their 14-yard line. Will Shula stay with Marino?
I don't think Dan Marino has played that poorly up to this point. It's just the play selection's been a little bit conservative.
Interception. Second time he's been intercepted. Chris Keating has this one. And Buffalo has the ball.
And as I say it, he throws one right to the linebacker. Good throw to the linebacker. Maybe he's been throwing those drills in practice too much. You know, a lot of times they get the quarterback where Shula is not that happy with it. But it was a situation where he tried to throw the ball over the linebacker and didn't get it high enough.
Here's another look.
Little play action on first down. Shula's trying to get some passing in on first down. I don't know if he doesn't see him. He obviously didn't see him because of the lineman in front of him, but it's a big interception at this point of the ball game.
10 minutes, 57 seconds left to go. Second quarter. Buffalo will have the ball at the Miami 25. They lead it, and they threaten again as we return. Jet Cleveland game, that's in the second quarter. Washington leading St. Louis 14-7. Buffalo leading Miami 14-0. And they have the ball at the Miami 25-yard line. Play action by Ferguson. Rolling right, throwing, flag is down, pass to Cribbs is incomplete. Now will they start out the marker and bring it back? Let's go back to what is Shula's thinking on Dan Marino. How long will he stay with him now that he's thrown 2 interceptions?
Well, I was going to say before, I thought he was playing all right, that Shula was just trying to establish the run. That last pass wasn't any good, but he'll stay with him the half. He wants to give him a good opportunity. Our microphone is cutting out, but the last thing Don Shula wants to get into is another quarterback controversy like last year. Was it Woodley or was it Strock? It was a Wood-Strock situation. He's very happy when Woodley took over. Now he's gone, made a decision to go to Marino. He'd like to see Marino. You certainly can't judge him by half the play. The kid's got talent and got ability, but I think anytime you put a young quarterback in a situation like this, he's going to have some trouble, and he may work right out of it.
First down and 20 at the 35-yard line. 5 in the secondary for the Dolphins, anticipating the pass. And the 30-second clock running down on the Buffalo Bills. So from the 35, they're coming back to the 40-yard line, and it'll be first down and 25. Today's game is brought to you by GMC, a truck you can live with. By Heineken, come to think of it, I'll have a Heineken. And by the Texas Instruments home computer, creating useful products and services for you. So the Bills on the march, but in the wrong direction. And they have been directed by the yellow flag. They're back to the Miami 40-yard line, first and 25. What do you call on first and 25?
The coach will send that one in.
And you prefer it that way?
Yes, please send it in.
Griff, right side. Flag is down. Grips to the 38-yard line, so the play goes for 2, but there were 2 flags dropped. May have been an inadvertent face mask call. Now, if it's a defensive foul with 6 exceptions, it carries with it an automatic first down. But we're anticipating the call. An inadvertent face mask is one of the 6 exceptions. That's a new one, but that's not what it is. And in addition, it's against Buffalo. Can you believe this? What about first and 50? First and 35 at the 50.
Illegal block above the number 51. Illegal block above the weight.
And again, a reminder that the part of the officials' equipment, the referees' equipment, into the PA system is furnished by the National Football League and not by NBC.
Charlie, a situation like this, to drive a quarterback up the wall, he had a good field position down on the 25-yard line. They're already back to the 50-yard line. That's first and 35, and they had a situation to go in to score.
So the Bills, in reality, stopping themselves on this drive. Ferguson's pass underthrowing Frank Lewis. As we pause for station identification, this is the NBC Television Network.
Second and 35.
This is Charlie Jones, Bob Greasy. We're in the Orange Bowl with 10:34 left to go in the first half. It is Buffalo 14 and Miami nothing. Washington now leading St. Louis 21-7. Second and 35 for Buffalo.
The important thing here, Charlie, is not necessarily to get the first down, just get some yardage, get Danilo back into field goal range at least so he can kick a field goal. You don't have to make up 35 yards on this play.
Ferguson has pressure rolling out. Slips the sack, makes the throw, and it is incomplete. Underthrowing Jerry Butler, and he may have been this. I think he's pleased just to get rid of the ball.
He's gaining his breath is what he's doing. He's running around, scrambling around for his life. This is a key to this game so far. The fact that the Buffalo Bill offensive line is giving him time to throw. Good coverage in the secondary. He's got plenty of time. Dewey can't get to him. Good protection. He steps up, scrambles out to the right. Bocamper misses him, and he had a man open. He just couldn't get the ball to him.
He was probably exhausted by the time he was ready to throw.
I've been there.
Third and 35. Lewis, Franklin, Tuttle, and Butler, 4 wide receivers in as targets for Ferguson.
4 good wide receivers.
Jerry Butler. Inside the 40, out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Gain of 11, but it'll be 4th down and still 24 to go. Houston, Denver, they're battling, and for his pride as much as anything else, off to very slow start. Denver, look at this, 17-7. They made the change at quarterback, and Steve DeBerg has now thrown his second touchdown pass of that ball game.
You know, Charlie, we saw Elway in his last start against the Chicago Bears. Very similar to the situation here in Marino in his first start. Marino's got a jump on him. I think that he really hasn't been thrown to the wolves like Elway has. Elway, the best thing he could have done was to sit him down, let him cool down for a while, and then maybe 2 or 3 games down the road or get him some more experience. But that was a tough situation for John Elway.
Greg Cater kicking to Mark Clayton. He goes for hang time and not distance, fair catch, and he takes it, bobbles it. If it touches the ground, it's a free ball. If he had it again, and I think he did before he came down, then the Dolphins will have the ball, and they do. With just over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter, it is Buffalo 14 and Miami nothing. We'll be back to the Orange Bowl in just a moment. Don't go away. 14-0 in possession at their own 14-yard line with Tony Nathan and Andre Franklin, the 2 running backs. Dan Johnson, the tight end, showing motion. Dan Marino is still the quarterback. Trying to establish that running game. It is Franklin, stopped by Eugene Marv.
You know, one of the keys is the offensive line. The battles are going on. That time, the Miami Dolphins offensive line clearing some yardage. We'll take a look. Stevenson over Smerlis in the middle, number 57. Battling. Smerlis goes over on his back. Dwight Stevenson, one of the up-and-coming centers in the National Football League. They'll go 50-50 on that battle today, though. Smerlis will get his licks in.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Marino's pass is complete. Dan Johnson, the tight end. May have the first down at the 25-yard line. Picks up about 8. Eugene Meyer with the tackle. First down. And the roar of the crowd and the smell of the grease paint here in the Orange Bowl with that first down. First thing they've had to cheer about is the player introduction. Detroit running away from Green Bay is now 17-0. James Jones has scored 2 touchdowns in that ballgame, and still no score between the Jets and Cleveland with 2 minutes left in the first half. It is scoreless. Woody Bennett. Close to the 30-yard line. We'll give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Chris Keating and Urban Parker making the tackle.
Don Shula trying to get some running game, trying to get some offense going. Sticking with his game plan, not getting flustered. We have a lot of time to play, and I'm sure he wants to not force Marino into a pass-only situation.
The Bills' defense had to figure, though, all week long, as soon as they found out that Marino would start, that they would have the running game. They would go primarily with the running game.
Sure, they knew that. If we knew it, they knew it.
No big secret. 2nd and 5, rolling out. Looking, throwing, pass is complete. First down. Nat Moore on the receiving end. Clark was there for the defense. 44-yard line, gain of 14. 2 first downs in the drive, and the crowd beginning to enjoy this part of the ballgame.
Marino doing one of the things he's very good at, throwing on the run outside the pocket. This gives the Bills a little bit more to think about. Containment of the quarterback. Good pass on first down to Nat Moore.
Shula's calling the plays on the first 2 down.
Shula's calling the first and second down play to set the tempo of the game. The third down passes he's letting Marino call.
David Overstreet has 4 yards to the 48. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Chris Keating with the tackle. Overstreet with only 78 yards on 28 rushes coming into this ballgame. He's been a disappointment. I already thought he'd have more yardage by now.
Well, he was a little bit of a disappointment early on in the training camp, preseason. He fumbled the ball. Shula stuck with him, put him in the ballgame, and he's played well, but Tony Nathan's ahead of him, and Nathan is a fine receiver and runner.
In fact, he is the leading receiver and leading rusher for the Dolphins. 2nd and 7. Woody Bennett making a good move, slipping a tackle in the backfield, and he'll be close to the first down. Let's see where they spotted around the Buffalo 46. It is the first down. So that's 3 first downs in this drive. And it has been the run that has set up and controlled the drive.
Exactly. The offensive line has been controlled by the Dolphins on this series. Handoff, Lucius Sanford missing the tackle, coming across the line of scrimmage. Good block by Stevenson. When you have your man that far downfield, you know you're going to gain some yardage.
Call it the Buffalo 45-yard line, first down. Just over 6.5 minutes. Overstreet slips 1 tackle, fakes inside, goes out. A little stiff arm and goes out of bounds. He'll lose a couple, maybe 3. Charles Rome got him. Steve Freeman was putting the pressure on the first man that he had to avoid. That, of course, slows down the whole play and throws off everybody's timing.
The key to that play was the man coming upfield, Freeman coming upfield. He knows an I formation. One of the plays the Dolphins like is that pitch around the end, and he got upfield and made it go inside. Then the rest of the pursuit from the defenders was there.
And a Buffalo player is shaken up. That's Eugene Marv, so we have an injury timeout as the trainers are out to talk with him. And we now have a score in that Cleveland Jet game, and Cleveland leading it 7-0. Sight to Jones pass for 32 yards, 19 seconds left in the first half when that score occurs.
We saw a shot of Don Strock a second earlier with the baseball cap on. As we see Eugene Marr, he doesn't appear to be too seriously hurt, but Strock is an interesting story. Came in late to training camp, didn't come in until after the first game of the year. First game was the Buffalo game. There's Strock with the cap on. Had had an opportunity, made a play some today. I don't know, he changed quarterbacks with Marino, and his ability to play today is really in doubt, Charlie. Early in the week, he was cooking some steaks out on the grill and dropped the glass. He was in his bare feet, dropped the glass on the concrete patio of his home and cut the top of his foot. Has 8 stitches. Walked around all week without a shoe on. Almost became the first barefoot holder in the National Football League for extra points and field goals.
While you absorb that, you are looking at the regional coverage of NFL action on NBC next week. We've got more good games for you again next week. 2nd down and 12. Buffalo leading here 14-0. It's a screen. They had trouble kind of filtering out. Tony Nathan finally worked his way out of the backfield in the on-charging Bill and almost picked up a first down. It was 2nd and 12, and he gets about 11 yards to the 36.
Well, that was a good play offensively by the Dolphins. It was a screen pass, as you noted, but it's very tough to complete a screen pass against man-to-man coverage because when there's man coverage, the man covering Nathan, who the screen goes to, is standing there right there looking at him. If it was a zone, he'd be dropping back. But he's got to cover him man-to-man, so he's right there looking at him. Dolphins got it off for a big play, 3rd and 1.
And Eugene Marv is back in the ballgame for Buffalo. Foster, a tight end, short yardage situation for the Dolphins. He's number 61 and is on the right side to block. And they go that way, and there it is, Woody Bennett. Inside the 20, the 15, and then pushed out of bounds. 3rd down and 1. Chris Williams finally pushed him out. Roy Foster and Nat Moore, the lead blockers.
I think you'll see Nat Moore, number 89, and Tony Nathan, 22, getting good blocks to the right of your screen. Ed Newman, 64, pulling. Nathan, 22, throwing his body, getting a good block. Woody Bennett with a long stride. Big gain on 3rd down and 1, down to the 11-yard line.
Isn't it awfully tough to pop something open on 3rd and 1? Everybody's bunched in.
Well, that's exactly right, Charlie. Sometimes the defense will slant one way or slant the other way or pinch everybody into the middle. That way, that time they were pinched into the middle, and the Dolphins ran wide.
At the 11-yard line, first down. Andra Franklin and Ben Williams on the tackle. 6-yard line, gain of 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Now let's update the scoreboard. It is now Denver 20 and Houston 7. Another field goal by the Broncos. Garland now has a pair in that ball game. New England leading Baltimore 7-0. A Grogan touchdown pass of 9 yards. 9:32 left to go in the first quarter of that ball game. Remember, they start in Baltimore an hour later than our start here. Overstreet and Bennett are the running backs. And it is Overstreet. And he is cut down at the 6-yard line by Eugene Marv. That's the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 at the 6-yard line. What do you call?
Impatient. Tony Nathan. David Overstreet was too impatient that I was just looking and thinking about what do you call? Buffalo in this situation likes to double the wide receivers. They double the 2 wide guys. Wide receivers. What you'd like to do is throw to your tight end or one of your backs coming out of the backfield. Of course, Buffalo may know that too and switch, but the Dolphins will likely go to either their tight end or the back in the backfield, Tony Nathan.
Joe Rose, good receiver, tight end. Right side, he's flexed out a couple of yards. Not looking that way, looking the other way. Knocked away at the 1-yard flag down. They'll call pass interference on Charles Rome. Chris Williams is arguing they're going to lose the argument.
And they threw his flag. He touched him. He can't touch the official. He threw his flag. He didn't have another flag in his pocket, so he threw his cap for another penalty.
Now, that's only half the distance, though.
That's not much.
It's not going to cost you but half a yard. But that might cause ejection from the ball game. And the officials are having a conference. Here is Fred Silver.
Defensive. First down, 1-yard line.
Defensive pass interference, first down at the 1-yard line. Now, Romes is coming out of the ballgame. I am not sure if he was ejected or not. We do not have anything official on that. Let's go back to the replay on the call.
Marino looks left the entire time.
hard to tell from
Hard
there.
to tell from that angle.
Of course, the defender's saying I'm going up above him and after the ball. If he does that and does not touch him, it's okay. You cannot go through the player.
If he touches the ball at the same time it reaches the receiver and then makes contact with his body, there is no foul. But from that angle, we couldn't tell.
Assessed to the spot of now the ball screwed in. Here's maybe the ejection call. He's ejected. First down. Unsportsmanlike, and Romes is out of the ball game. He is ejected.
That's pretty strong there, Charlie.
Boy, that is.
That is pretty strong. I don't know what happened or what transpired or what was said, but if just a simple touching in that manner gets him ejected that quickly, I'd be very surprised.
I have a theory. I'll give it to you after this play. Going for the touchdown. There it is. Woody Bennett. His first touchdown of the year. Dolphins are on the board, and it was Stevenson and Newman that opened the hole. 86-yard drive.
To take a look at it, Dolphins offensive line against the Bills defensive line. Firing out. Good hole in the center. Woody Bennett in for the score.
4:46 time remaining in the second quarter. Uwe von Schaman to attempt the point after. It is good, and the Dolphins are back in the ball game. Take another look at the touchdown. Woody Bennett, his first score of the year. Stevenson, the key block. 14-7. Buffalo leads. We'll be back. That's one of the Jets picked up the flag, threw it in the air. There was an additional penalty added on to. Remember this right before Cribb's fumble. When that happens, and I'll finish this right after the kickoff, but when that happens, there's a crackdown by the NFL officials' office on it. They want to stop that immediately. This is Riddick on the far side. Fumble. Buffalo has it. Now, Charles Romes ejected from this ballgame, number 26. I believe that when this happens, the officials, and rightly so, they don't want this type of thing to get out of hand. They want to stop a trend, stop it immediately. Notification goes out to all the officials. They have a 5 or 6 hour meeting on Saturday when they review the films. They go over everything, and they say, this is an area, if it happens again, immediate ejection, we will stop it. I believe that is what happened.
Is he the one
You
that
can say I agree or disagree. Don't just sit there.
Well, I want to know if is he the one that touched the official or was it something that he said?
Okay. Ferguson for the 27-yard line of Buffalo, and he completes the pass to Frank Lewis. With one exception of the ballgame on a long pass near the end zone when Lewis failed to turn around. He has shot everything in his reach except the first pass of the game that was in his hand.
Ferguson, the beneficiary of excellent protection by his offensive line. We see Jones setting up the block on 58. Bocamper looking downfield. He's coming off to his secondary receiver. The Dolphins have not gotten close to Ferguson all day, except one time he scrambled around. They've tried zone coverages and man coverages. Ferguson is hot. He controlled the game with his passing.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. 3:48 left to go. 2 seconds on the 30-second clock. He turns, calls timeout. Did not want to make a mistake. That's a veteran call. Now everyone realizes there is that log jam in the AFC East with Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, and Baltimore. 4 teams tied for first with identical 3-2 records. New England has a 2-3 record. At halftime, Cleveland 7, the New York Jets nothing. And in the first quarter, it is New England 7 and Baltimore nothing. And here, it is Buffalo 14 and Miami 7 with 3:46 left to go. And these are the standings that we were talking about. So we're beginning to start
start a sorting procedure. But as close as this is to the AFC East, it may take another 7 or 8 weeks before you can really sort it out.
5 games have been played, 16 to be played altogether. It's just too early to make any sense out of the 5 games that have been played already. It's a long season, and it's very young at this point.
But I will tell you one thing, Washington is they're on the way back to the Super Bowl. Dallas, of course, is going to be their big stumbling block. They now lead St. Louis 24-7. Redskins looking good. Word from the NFL, Romes was ejected because he shoved the official. He shoved the official Bob Beeks, and you do not touch the officials, as you know. I mean, that's it. So, like I said, it had absolutely nothing to do with the call in Monday night and throwing the flag, but I thought it might be related, but it was not. Second down and 3, 34-yard line. Ferguson, diving reception by Jerry Butler, yeah. A timing pattern, 41-yard line.
Great catch. There's not much margin of error on a pass like this. It's bump and run on Butler outside. He gets no help whatsoever. Ferguson sees it and just lays it up and down the field. Kozlowski, number 40, not seeing the ball at all. Here we get a good shot of it. Kozlowski doesn't know where the ball is. Butler lays out.
Oops, hello there.
Covers himself up.
May have bounced at one time. 41-yard line of Miami. First down. $25 yards on that last play. Flag comes flying way across the field as Butler made the reception on this side. Now, with the whole key to this is the time that Ferguson has to throw it.
Exactly, and the fact that the Dolphins had their 2 starting cornerbacks out of there, and he's getting fine protection.
Against the Dolphins. But the veteran's just picking that defense to pieces.
He is certainly doing that. He's hot. He's got good receivers. He's got time to throw. And he's pretty hot about it, too.
Call against A.J. Dewey.
Don Shula, over the first 5 games, the thing that's held this ball club together has been the defense. The offense has sputtered. The defense has played well for the most part. Here today, he's given up 14 points in nearly 2 quarters of play.
First down, 27-yard line. Denver and Houston. Earl Campbell from a yard out is now 20-14. Here it is, 14-7 Buffalo. Buffalo on the Miami 27-yard line, first down. 2:49 left to go in the first half. Draw, Chris. The 21-yard line, gain of 6. Second down and 4, Dewey with the tackle. Dewey is a new father. Wife Francis with a baby this week. They don't know whether to name the boy A.J. or J.A.
J.A. Adam Joseph or Joseph Adam, but A.J. was passing out some cigars this week and smiling from ear to ear. First child for the Deweys.
Halftime score you saw there, and halftime score between Washington and St. Louis. Second and 4 at the Miami 21. Roosevelt leads. Out of bounds at the 19. So it's third down and 2. Kim Bokamper, the man the league was trying to stiff arm away from the play. And Brzezinski also there.
It was a good shot there of how the offense and the defense were spread out. What Buffalo likes to do is get their wide receivers in the ball game and spread them all out along the line of scrimmage. Ferguson can look it over and see who's covering whom and then pick out who he wants to go to.
Third down 2. This should be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Run to the left.
And it is. Leak continuing effort for the first down to the 16-yard line. He needed 2. He got 3, and that takes us to 1:57, time remaining in the half. And that means that we will have the 2-minute warning and a timeout. And we'll be going away for a moment, but we'll be coming back. It is Buffalo 14, Miami 7, 1:57 left to go in the second quarter. Partner, hold number 0. What's that move? I love the way he walks.
Well, I tell you, Charlie, if you want to lose weight today, get in one of those suits and walk around.
By the way, the preceding announcement is furnished as a public service by the National Football League. Buffalo has the ball at the Miami 16, first down. Minnesota and Chicago. 10-7 second quarter. Game being played in Soldier Field. Don Shula. In case you joined us late, we just want to mention it again. Brand new grandfather this morning. Tripp, sweep right side. Good defensive play. Gain of 2. Brudzinski made the play. It'll be second down and 8.
Second and 9.
A play that starts off up the middle to try and hold Dewey. Doesn't do it very well. You see Dewey running laterally just as much as Cribbs gets over there to help out on the tackle.
Bills offense moving well again, starting this drive on their own 27-yard line. They had an 84-yard touchdown drive and a 52-yard touchdown drive. 6 men in the secondary for the Dolphins. Second and 8. Trying to put together a 73-yard touchdown drive here. Over the middle, thrown behind the intended receiver, Byron Franklin, who has 2 touchdown receptions for Buffalo. Kozlowski was probably the closest man to the ball.
Joe Ferguson knows a good thing, trying to go back to Franklin again to see if he can get another touchdown. Wants a timeout here. We're going to go over and talk about it.
Now, does that happen? Do you have a hot receiver in the ball game and you start looking for him?
Sometimes you do. I think in this instance, the Dolphins are double covering Lewis, who is always giving them trouble, and Butler, and Franklin comes in as the third wide receiver, gets a single coverage with Mike Kozlowski.
And speaking of football, next Sunday, join Lynn Berman and NFL 83s. They start the day with feature reports and a preview of the day's games, and then we have outstanding regional action. Miami will be in Shea Stadium against the Jets. Cleveland and Pittsburgh, there's another good one. San Diego, New England, that's a good one. Houston, Minnesota. Well, Houston, of course, has problems. Buffalo at Baltimore, there's another good one. The Raiders at Seattle. Hey, Cincinnati at Denver, not that good in reality, but there's 5 or 6 excellent ball games.
With the way DeBerg is playing, I think that this Denver team is going to be much more competitive in the weeks to come. Elway will be there eventually, long term. DeBerg certainly can bring that offense back immediately.
And coming up at halftime, Lynn Berman, who we just mentioned, he is everywhere. The omnipresent man, NFL 83. Now, conference at the sideline with a veteran quarterback. What are they really discussing?
They're talking about what the Dolphins have shown in the last few ball games in this situation. A lot of teams do it by computers. There's a coach up in the press box that has all that stuff right in front of him. He looks like inside the 15-yard line on third down. He looks right down the column and says, okay, the Dolphins have done this. This is our strength. This is what we want to do to attack that defense. You can get it in your mind if you're a quarterback and call the plays on the field, or you can go to the sideline and have them call it for you.
Now, Buffalo leading 14-7. Last time Buffalo defeated Miami here in the Orange Bowl, Kay Stevenson, the Bills head coach, was in his senior year at the University of Florida, and he was the backup quarterback to Spurrier. Third down and 8. From the shotgun. Pass is complete. Butler at the 10-yard line, cut down at the 11.
Good play by Lyle Blackwood.
Gain of 3.
Good receivers are spread out across the field. Butler at the top comes across the field. Ferguson looks into the end zone. This is his outlet. You'll see Lyle Blackwood coming from the left. He was deep in the end zone, read the quarterback. As soon as he saw the dump off to Butler, came up and made the tackle.
Joe Danello with a field goal attempt upcoming now. He started his career in 1975 as the 10th round draft choice of the Dolphins. He was released with the Packers and then, of course, quite a few years with the Giants. And now with Buffalo. From the 17, 27 yards, no good. So he hits a line drive that is no good from 27 yards away. It'll go as a touchback. Miami will have the ball at their own 20-yard line. Let's see what happens. Go for holding.
Little high snap. Gets it down in good shape. I think he kicked a little high up on the ball, Charlie.
That's your expert analysis. I'll go with that.
I used to kick.
Did you?
Yeah, I kicked in high school and college.
Were you,
A lot of them.
were you any good?
I was no good. No.
That's the reason you recognize the form.
That's right. That's the way I kicked a lot of them. Hit the goal post. They all came back at me.
Miami now, if they're on 20-yard, they just want to run out the clock. They'll settle for that. There's the countdown, 5 seconds and counting. There it is. Gun sounds. That is the end of the first half. The score is Buffalo 14 and Miami 7. So it has been a first half dominated by the Buffalo offense.
Surprising, too, because they're playing so well against a team, a defense that is a strong defense in the National Football League. Surprising, too, because they're playing so well against a team, a defense that is a strong defense in the National Football League. Going through here, it's a tough first half, but you gain confidence. You kind of say to yourself, well, the worst is over. Let me go back out there and show them how well I can do. I haven't done that well. Let me go out and show them how well I can play. I think he's going out there with a lot of confidence.
Now, is that what you did, or did you show him that the worst was yet to come?
I did that later on, but I think I did play a little bit better in the second half. The more you're out there, the more relaxed you are, and like I said, I think he can show the people he can play a lot better than he has played.
And also, what about the confidence of the other ball players of his offensive team? Is that part and parcel of the same thing?
They know that he can do the job, or else he wouldn't be in there.
Miami from their own 30-yard line. Tony Nathan has a yard to the 31. Lucius Sanford makes the tackle at the 31, so it is second down and 9. From the end zone.
First play, Lucius Sanford coming from the right of your screen, blitzing on a linebacker blitz. There's no tight end there to block him off, so he gets a free run into the backfield. His athletic ability and speed is what got him there.
Now, David Kilson has replaced Romes at right cornerback. Romes was ejected for pushing one of the officials. Marino's pass is on target. First down, Miami to Tony Nathan. Big first down from a confidence standpoint.
On target and on the money. It was man-to-man coverage, good coverage. Nathan was running directly away from him, and he stuck the ball right where he could catch it. High, near his helmet, easy catch, turn upfield. Marino has been throwing the ball very well, except for a couple of errant throws.
Let's update our scoreboard. Washington 31, St. Louis 7. Theismann just throwing a touchdown pass here in the third quarter of that ball game. Atlanta 10-3 over New Orleans. Bartkowski, a touchdown pass that he has just completed in that ball game. Here's a sweep to the right side with David Overstreet. Good defensive play. Sanford again. Boy, he has a strong start in the second half.
They shifted the tight end from the left side to the right side to get to run at Sanford. Sanford usually goes away from the tight end. They wanted to run at him this time. He says, if you're going to do that, try to run strong at me. I'm going to use my quickness and speed, avoid the blocking, and get up, make a good play, loss of 2 yards.
Second down and 12. Miami at their own 41-yard line. Passing down. So the Bills defense forcing him into the pass, which is what they want to do, of course. And a sack. Ben Williams, that is his second sack of the ball game, his fifth of the year, and all 5 coming against Miami.
He likes to play against the Dolphins. Only a 3-man rush, a zone deep. Marino should have gotten rid of the ball, done something with it. He sees it, the zone coverage. The man he wants to throw to is not open. There you see Nathan at the top of the screen sneaking out. The thing he has to do as a young quarterback is, if the receivers aren't open like he's anticipating and expecting them to, you only have so much time. And when that time is up, know who to dump it off to and get rid of it. Avoid the sack.
Third down 22, a loss of 10 on the sack. From the shotgun, over the middle, pass is pulled down. It is complete. It is Mark Duper. Gilson with the tackle. Duper drawing his starting assignment, replacing Duriel Harris. It'll be fourth down, still around 6 or 7, so Reggie Roby will come in to kick.
Good throw there and a good read. Marino is throwing the ball well. Physically, most of his throws today have been on the money. Where he's having his problem is sometimes deciding his decisions on holding the ball too long, he gets sacked.
Roby kind of line drives this one, and this one is caught. And then run into the end zone.
Should have threw the ball backwards.
So it's a touchback. You're right.
Should have caught it and just throw it back into the field of play.
Robert Sowell down very quickly, catching it. Second time the Dolphins have tried this in the ballgame. It is legal, but he ran it into the end zone. If he'd stayed in the field of play, he would have been down at that point. We'll be back. Buffalo leading 14-7. Inside handoff to Booker Moore. And he's stopped by the defense. Camper, the first man to get to him. Bob Auer was also there.
Charlie, a lot of clubs have been running at the right side of the Dolphin defense at Camper and Bowser. That time they tried a little bit of a trap play over that way where the guard pulls out and tries to come over and block Camper from the side. Didn't work, but that's been the problem for the Dolphin run defense, their right side.
Roby for the record at a 53-yard punt. It is 2nd and 11 at the 19 for Buffalo. Here comes pressure from the backside, but the pass is complete to Booker Moore at the 25-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5. A.J. Dewey with the tackle. And we had the new father isolated, A.J. number 77.
A.J. Dewey with a big smile on his face a couple days ago and is handing out cigars. Dropped him straight back in his zone. Sees Cripps coming out. Doesn't want to do anything but just get him down. When you get those shifty backs coming at you, Charlie, and you're as big as A.J., you don't want to get fancy and try to knock their head off. Just bring him down.
3rd down and 5. Buffalo with 3 wide receivers for Joe Ferguson to throw to. Out of the University of Arkansas, the Razorback in control of the ballgame right now, 14-7. Pass is complete at the 29-yard line to Terry Tuttle. Now, Tuttle was not touched when he went down. He could have rolled for the first down, but he may end up about a half a yard short.
You talk about some confusion in the middle of the field. I think every receiver that the Bills had on the line of scrimmage crossed that time, and they avoided each other, but the defenders were bumping into each other. We'll see Ferguson dropping back, man coverage, so the crossing patterns are good. Catches the ball. If he would have rolled past the 30-yard line, it'll be a little short.
He's a little, kind of jerky coming out. He may have had the wind knocked out of him when he went down and may not have been able to react. So it is 4th down and 1. And Greg Cater will be kicking to Mark Clayton. We're just about 5 minutes into the second half. 14-7, Buffalo leading. Taken at the 31-yard line by Kozlowski, who had signaled for the fair catch. So we've got a timeout. 9:58 left to go in the third. It is still Buffalo 14. Miami 7. When we come back, the Dolphins will have the football. With Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, the 2 wide receivers. Eddie Hill is in as one of the running backs. Tony Nathan is the other. Dan Marino, of course, is the quarterback. First down, Miami from their own 32. Passing formation. Going deep, has his man, it's there, and he misses him. Eddie Hill was open. Duper, but he was open.
He was open for a second. Safety was coming over deep to pick him up. The throw needed to be a little bit quicker release. I think Marino read it a little bit late. Bill Arnsbarger, in the orange shirt, talking to his defensive troops. It's a very hot day today in the Orange Bowl. Kim Camper with the towel over his head, trying to cool off. A lot lot of people trying to cool off today.
Franklin and Bennett replace Hill and Nathan in the backfield. And this is Franklin. To the 37-yard line, so he has about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Eugene Marv with the tackle. We've mentioned the heat. The temperature at kickoff was 83, but that can be deceptive in Miami because of the humidity. A little fan to help off the field.
Fan blowing the hot air around. The humidity was 85%, and the temperature was 83, and should work to the advantage of the Dolphins working out in it.
3rd down 5. Deep.
He's open.
And open. He's there. 30-yard line. 20. It's Cooper. Cooper into the end zone. 63 yards.
And Marino is running 63 yards to meet him. I did that. The first long touchdown and pass I threw, I think I ran the length of the field and said, way to go. There's a pass. The 2 wide receivers are running deep. He has the option if they're man coverage. Here we talked about the fact that Romes is out of the ball game. Chris Williams trying to cover him.
And he high steps into the end zone.
They won't catch Mark Duper.
He has run an official 10:21 100 meters. Uwe von Schaman. And he puts the bow in the knot and is tied at 14-14. 9:03 left to go in the 3rd. As Marino celebrates with his teammates, we'll be back with a kickoff. To kick off on Orange Sunday here in the Orange Bowl. Van Williams and Mike Mosley are set for the return. It'll be Van Williams from the 6. To the 15. To the 20. 30. 40. 40 yards on the return as we pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
This is WGRZ TV2 Buffalo.
This is Charlie Jones, Bob Greasy, and Van Williams at work.
Big play. Buffalo running to their right. Jim Jensen, the quarterback, number 11, throws his body, tries to make the tackle. Good run by Williams. Got over there, got it set up. This is an area where the special teams can really be a big part of it. Get your offense out away from their goal line in good field position.
Officially a 41-yard return to the 47-yard line, 1st down. Ferguson, Cliff missed the ball. He thought he had it. He just shakes his head.
Joe is a big part of this Buffalo offense. Leading rusher, leading receiver. He means a lot to this man right here, Joe Ferguson. If he's not in there, he's a big part of that offense is out there. Of course, everyone knows he's going to the USFL next year, but, you know, he's in his lame duck season, and he's really giving it all he's got. He's playing very well. Zonka Kick and Warfield played out their season when I was with the Dolphins. It didn't affect their play whatsoever. They played very well. Cripps is doing the same thing.
So you could really call that ERB, an error on the running back. It was right off of his hand. Crowd really pounding the stadium here. I picture bobbling just a bit, but Mike Bramer does not bobble the reception. 47-yard line. Miami territory, gain of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Glenn Blackwood with the tackle.
87 yards.
That scoring drive, 68 yards in 3 plays. 63-yard touchdown pass to Mark Super Duper from Dan Marino.
Don Shula is encouraging on his defense. He's not very happy with the way they played today. Ferguson has always completed a lot of passes against the Dolphins, but certainly hasn't gotten as many points in the last couple of times he's played against the Miami defense.
Inside fake of the handoff to Cribbs. Flag is down. There was some bumping. Butler, the intended receiver, the man covering him, ended up out of bounds and then came back inbound.
We're going to call that on Fulton Walker, I believe, by jamming too far downfield, Charlie.
can make that one chuck within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, then you have to let the wide receivers go.
Bill Arnsparger in the orange shirt.
Illegal contact, defense, and the cornerback.
First down, 41-yard line.
You don't see Don Shula arguing, or Bill Arnsparger. You see Don Shula will argue every now and then, but Arnsparger will not really argue that much unless he feels like he's got a strong case. But nonetheless, the 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills.
First down, Miami 41-yard line. Cribb, flag is down. 33-yard line. Paul Langford with the tackle. This one against the Bills. We have a couple of scores for you, so let's update some other action. Atlanta now leading New Orleans 10-6. They're in the
Offense, holding.
Washington continues to lead.
Number 72.
Holding on Ken Jones, offensive left tackle. Now this is the relay. Now watch this. One of them is live and one of them isn't. So one counts, one doesn't. Okay, Steve, they go, okay, now which one was the live? What are we going to
Look like two guys with an itch over there.
Buffalo at their own 49-yard line following the penalty. First down and 20. Cribb closed up inside, jumps outside. Still picks up 3 yards to the Miami 48. Bob Brzezinski with a tackle. Second down 17.
You've got to try and contain Joe Cribbs. You can't stop him. You can't come up and hit him hard. He's too shifty. He's too quick. Just contain him. Try to hold him down a little bit. Joe Ferguson has been successful today, Charlie, because he's thrown when he's wanted to. He's thrown on first down. He's got them before they got their nickel defense in and their hard pass rush. He's attacked them before they got to him.
Miami now with 6 in the secondary. The Blackwood brothers, Judson, Walker, Kozlowski, and Langford.
Showing blitz.
Deep into double coverage. There's bumping, and there will be a flag going down. Franklin, the intended receiver.
I didn't see that. If it's offensive, if it's defensive interference, I didn't see either one of them.
There was bumping. It may have been inadvertent. And let me know what the conference is about. Are you sure, or was it inadvertent? No, it's pass interference against the defense. Here's the call.
Defense, number 49. Pass interference, first down.
Call on William Judson. Let's take a look.
The man right there can't believe it. Take a look at the end of it. Seemed to me both the receiver and the two defensive backs were going for it. Judson ran in front of him to get to the ball.
And he has an equal right to get to the ball.
Exactly. He was quicker than the receiver. He got there before the receiver. He didn't bump or push the receiver. He was going for the football.
Like the first car in the intersection is the right-of-way. I disagree with that call.
I do too.
11-yard line, first down. Play action out of the backfield. Booker Moore into the end zone. It started with a 41-yard return by Van Williams. The big play of the drive after Buffalo was frustrated by their own penalties was the pass interference on William Judson that I would say questionable at best, but it still counts.
How many times have you seen it? A big call goes against the defense. Defense is down a little bit. The offense comes right back. Wide open. Booker Moore. Nobody going to stop him from getting in the end zone.
Joe Ferguson, 3 touchdown passes in the ball game. So he continues with a hot hand. Joe Danello with the extra point. And the Bills are back in front by a score of 21-14 with 6:42 left to go. We're in the third quarter at the Orange Bowl. Don't go away. It's not over for a long, long time. they come out and discuss that call by the official. But it will stand. That you can be sure of. And Buffalo has the lead 21-14.
There's nothing you can do about it. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have to blame an official's call. You still got plenty of time to go out and play the game. Both Buffalo and Miami still up in the air.
Fulton Walker, this time, no, he's going to down it. Now let's go back to the call. The basic plan, or the basic rule to remember, is that the receiver and the defender have an equal opportunity to the football.
See on your left side of your screen, Judson cutting inside, getting closer to the ball. The only thing I could say is maybe they feel like he cut him off.
They may. That may be the call.
They thought they cut him off.
Still it's borderline. But still it counts.
I don't know if he could have caught the ball.
That's another. There's a look at the drive.
They've been overthrown. Nobody could have caught it. Nobody did catch it.
Miami from the 20-yard line. Little play action on first down. This one is drilled far side. First down. 15-yard pass to the 35-yard line. Mark Duper, the receiver. David Kilson had the coverage. Booker Moore, by the way, with that touchdown, scored his first touchdown of his career.
It's a good call by the Dolphins. Play action fake, or an attempt at one. Duper had just run by Kilson on the last play for a touchdown. Duper runs him off, then comes back with a little square out pattern.
First down Miami, their own 35-yard line. Did you come out throwing again?
No, you run up the middle.
Okay. Franklin, flags are down, whistles down. Why don't you come out throwing again?
Because I saw what the play was going to be.
It's a legal procedure. But when they came out throwing, they were throwing at David Kilson, who has replaced Charles Rome on the defensive right side because Rod Cush is out with a knee injury and Rome's has been ejected.
Ball start.
Ball start. Called against the Dolphins. We have a couple of scores for you. Minnesota out in front of Chicago, so the Bears continue with their problems. And look at this, Detroit running away from Green Bay.
What a surprise. Green Bay, that powerful offense.
Bennett and Overstreet in the backfield. Now off on the wings. First and 15. Overstreet crowded. Tries to get around the corner. Cut off. Cuts back inside. Good move. 36-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 9. Ed Newman with a key block. Eugene Meyer with a tackle.
It's a good run by Overstreet. A little earlier in the game, I said he was impatient. He cut upfield before his lineman had a chance to block for him. This time, he's dipping and weaving and gives his offensive lineman an opportunity to block. 64 Ed Newman, 67 Kuchenberg, the two guards. We see Nat Moore blocking on 57 Sanford. He dips in. 29 Clark goes to the inside. Newman blocks him back, cuts up, gets what he can. Patience. You got to have patience.
2nd and 9 at the 36. Tony Nathan comes in. He and Woody Bennett in the backfield. Little play action. Flag down. He was going to Duper, and Duper had a problem with Chris Williams, I believe, and there may have been pass interference call there. Illegal chuck.
The problem there, Charlie, is Duper runs one pattern if they're in a certain coverage. And if they're in a different coverage, he breaks it off and runs a different pattern. This is the problem when you've got young players. Duper, a second-year player. Marino, first year.
Defense, number 29. Illegal contact. First down.
Call on Mario Clark.
Excuse me, they're going to make those mistakes. They're not going to be on the same page some of the time. The adjustments that they have to run, they're not going to be together all the time. They're going to make some mistakes, but they're also going to make some big plays.
The key becomes for the quarterback and the receivers to read it at the same time, make the same adjustment, mentally and physically. Overstreet, 49-yard line. 8 yards, 2nd down, 2. David Kilson with the tackle.
Look at the offensive line. Draw play. Marino gets him the ball as deeply as he can. Marv avoids the blocker. Almost dropped the ball on the handoff on the snap from center.
2nd and 2.
Nathan. This will be close to the first down. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. We're in the third quarter. Barker with the tackle for the Bills. Buffalo leading at 21-14. Buffalo went out in front 7-0, 14-0, then 14-7 at halftime. And Miami tied at 14-14 on the Marino to Duper 63-yard touchdown pass. And then the Bills came back for that 53-yard drive. Ferguson throwing his third touchdown pass of the afternoon, and it's 21-14, and as you can see, just a bit shy of the first down. Third down about 6 or 7 inches. Foster is in as a tight end on the left side. Over the top. First down. Ben Williams will give him credit for the tackle, but he had a lot of help on that. They'll mark it just inside the 49-yard line, Bob.
Charlie, I was just going to say Nat Moore coming off the field. He was in for that short yardage play. He's had a neck problem during the ball game. Mark Clayton is in for him. Mark Duper is in for Duriel Harris. It's kind of strange to see a Dolphin offense without Duriel Harris and Nat Moore in the ball game.
Buffalo 49-yard line.
Reverse.
Mark Clayton. He's going to throw the pass. Duper at the 20. They won't catch him. Touchdown.
Oh!
Handoff, reverse, pass, score. Duper, number 2. His 4th of the year.
The Miami Dolphins kitty corps. Don Shula called this play a little reverse. Right into the football field, inside the other team's 50. Clayton puts it away like he's going to run. Lofts it in the air to Duper. A rookie to a second-year player, the kitty corps of the Miami Dolphins coming through today.
With a dive. But as we do, let's just share together this touchdown. To kick off, Mike Mosley and Van Williams are playing hide and seek behind each other. They don't want Bunchaman to know which side they're breaking to. This one is scooped up by Mosley. To the 30, 35, 38-yard line. Another good return for the Buffalo Bills. Van Williams and Mike Mosley making Von Schaman decide which side he wanted to kick to. Robert Sowell with the tackle for the special teams. Buffalo has the ball, 37-yard line.
Ferguson up to this point is 21 of 28 for 224 yards, 3 touchdowns. He still needs more points.
We have a 21-21 tie. Ferguson having a great game. He shows double tight end on the set, and again the Bills playing without Tony Hunter, who is out with that hamstring. He's going to throw from the set. And a comeback pattern at the 45. Is that Barnett? Yes, Buster Barnett in his 3rd year out of Jackson State. Has 8, it'll be 2nd down and 2. Ferguson throwing just under 61% coming into the ballgame. Way above that today.
You know, this is a type of a game that it's been cast in stone. You know what the script is. All right, we're going to go out and score points. Ferguson knows he's got to score points. The Dolphins have caught up to him. Let's go out and throw the ball and do the things we do best. move it down and just get some more.
2 minutes left to go in the third. Booker Moore. He may be shy of the first down. He needed a couple. In the AFC, starting today, 4 teams tied for first. Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, Baltimore. The Jets and Cleveland at Cleveland. Cleveland leading at 7-0 in the fourth. That touchdown came 19 seconds to go in the first half on a side pass. New England leading Baltimore 7-0. Of course, that game at Baltimore starts at 2 o'clock Eastern time, so they're about an hour behind us.
So you had a look at Kay Stevenson doing one of his own signals. The quarterback was giving him the play. Stevenson was putting a little wrinkle on with one of his own signals.
Third down 1. First down for Roosevelt League. He got 2. Give him 3 to the 49.
There's really not very much doubt on who's going to carry the ball for the Buffalo Bills in short yardage. Tough, hard-nosed runner is Roosevelt Leaks. Good player. Doesn't usually come up short on short yardage or goal line situations.
Buffalo at their own 49-yard line. 34 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Time remaining. Split back. Little play action. Has the man cleared. Cribbs. 30. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. 25 yards and a first down. Charles Bowser chased him out.
Play that the Dolphins have tried. It's a play-action fake. Borchardt goes over and acts like it's going to be a run. Ferguson drops the ball over Bowser's head and Cribbs. Bowser has to cover him man-to-man. Of course, Bowser was faked out by the play-action. There you go, right there by 56 Bowser. He's got to cover Cribbs. He thought it was a run. Good execution, good call.
They spotted at the 25-yard line. First down.
Ferguson threw that ball, Charlie, before Cribbs was even looking for it. He is really on today.
Cribbs right side. 18-yard line. Gain of 7. It will be second down and 3 as Lyle Blackwood makes the tackle. And as we take another look at Cribbs isolated, we can watch the clock count down the end of the third.
Poetry in motion. At least this man is not easy to bring down. He can lower his head when he has to. Good, tough runner.
So we are at the end of the third quarter. We are tied 21-21. We'll be right back after these messages.
Humidity is 85.
Telling secrets in the huddle.
Showbiz going on at the sideline. Buffalo at the Miami just inside the 18-yard line. Second down and 3. Second and 3 here. Cribbs has to figure in either the run or the pass.
You know, this is the area, too, that we've seen in the past where Cribbs may take a running play and throw the ball either in this area or a little bit closer down to the goal line.
You saw he is the second all-time rusher behind O.J. Simpson. That's the good news. The bad news is he's more than 6,000 yards behind him. He pops loose. Has the first down. Out of bounds, close to the 10-yard line.
Number 20, Joe Cribbs. Booker Moore firing into the line. This play was designed to go inside. All this extra yardage you're seeing right here is Joe Cribbs. 5 yards, 5 extra yards. Hustle, determination.
The ball just outside the 10-yard line. According to the chains on the far side, you can pick up a first down with about 4 inches before you go into the end zone. You've got to figure that in reality it's first and goal. Here's Roosevelt Leak. He may have gotten to the 9. Blackwood and Langford were there. See where the officials spot the ball. We'll call it the 9.
of course, well within field goal range for Joe Danello, who has missed one today from 27 yards out.
Yes, he did.
So it's within his range. That doesn't necessarily mean that he will make it.
So that's to pick it between the two bars.
That does help. Second down. Defense is waving for the crowd to quiet down. Ferguson throws. Pass is complete and out of bounds. At the 5-yard line is Frank Lewis. So it'll be third down and 5.
Gain of 5 yards.
Judson was the defender.
There's a good shot of what you're seeing. Coming right at you. Ferguson rolling out. The inside receiver breaks to the outside. Lewis. Good throw.
Lewis having a good ball game.
He's having another good ball game against the Miami Dolphins.
In reality, it's closer to the 4-yard line. Third down. You throw here. If you don't score, you go for the field goal. Waiting, firing, touchdown. Joe Cribb. His 6th touchdown of the year. 63 yards on the drive.
You know, Charlie, I can't say enough about that man right there and Joe Ferguson. Great game. They're the entire offense. Fergie setting up good protection again. Waits until he clears A.J. Dewey. Throws it high and away from him. Cribb says, that's all right, I can catch it. Just two great ball players having great days against the Dolphins.
Danello to attempt the point after. And it is good. And Buffalo regains the lead. Buffalo 28. Miami 21. Ferguson to Cribb. Ferguson's 4th touchdown pass of the game. This game is being brought to you by Chrysler Plymouth. Quality products from the new Chrysler technology. By Sylvania Superset Color TV and the complete line of Sylvania home entertainment products. And by Ace. Ace is a place with a helpful hardware man. Buffalo 28, Miami 21, 13-18 left to go in the ball game. Danello kicking off. Walker, the deep back, takes it at the goal line. 15, 20, out of bounds, 22-yard line. 22 yards on the return. Darryl Talley was there for the Buffalo Bills. Frank Lewis has 5 receptions for 61 yards in the ball game. Ferguson throwing 4 touchdown passes. The third game that he has thrown for 4 touchdowns. One game he has thrown for 5. That is his personal best. And there's a look at the drive.
We got another quarter to play, Charlie. He may get 5 or 6.
That's a nice feeling of your quarterback.
Oh, yeah. You want to get in there. You're hot. You've got the tempo. Let me back out on that field.
Miami from their own 23-yard line. Reno throwing to Overstreet. A little behind him. Had to turn around and he missed it.
Trying to get David Overstreet, a fast halfback on number 22, Steve Freeman. Steve has seen that a few times over the years, though. They'll put both wide receivers and both corners over and try to isolate him out there one-on-one. But he's a heady ball player. Smart, doesn't have the great speed, but he gets it done with intelligence and preparation.
And let's point out again that Buffalo's last win over Miami here in the Orange Bowl was in 1966, 29-0. That was the Dolphins' first year. In 68, there was a 14-14 tie. And since then, Miami has won every game these two teams have played here. Lots of time. Pass is complete. Has to be with all that time to Tony Nathan. Close to the first down at the 32-yard line. Barker with the tackle.
Here's a good shot of the defensive secondary. Watch the 2 linebackers in the center of your screen on either side of the official. One is blitzing, the other's dropping straight back. Linebackers dropping straight back. Marino sees Nathan in between them, drills him, tries to get the ball there as quickly as he can so he can head upfield.
Third down and 1, 32-yard line. Check of the scoreboard. Getting close on that ball game. Washington continuing to lead in the third over St. Louis. Tony Nathan. First down. 43-yard line. Gain of 11. Steve Freeman with the tackle. That was 3rd and 1. We still have some more scores to update. Denver, Houston. So the Broncos may become competitive. Minnesota, Chicago. That one's getting a bit closer. Detroit continues to lead Green Bay. How many points did Green Bay score last week?
56, wasn't it? 49 in the first half. They got to be a strange ball club. They lost to the Giants, won big, and then they're playing poorly again today.
Miami at their own 43-yard line, trailing 28-21. 11 and a half minutes left to go. Flags down. We'll have encroachment, moving across the neutral zone, making contact prior to the ball being snapped, and it was you, number 76, Fred Smerlis. This is your life, encroachment.
And it's Dwight Stevenson, 57, who gets the headache.
That's right. What happens in that? What causes it? What causes
The
it?
nose tackle, Fred Smerlis in that instance, may have thought the ball was going to be snapped a little bit sooner, obviously did. The cadence of the quarterback can draw it. Maybe an offensive guard will flick his hand to make him think that the ball is going to be snapped.
Defense, encroachment, contact before the snap.
Now, you were an expert at causing this to happen.
It had to be the cadence, the inflection in the voice of the quarterback, or the timing between the huts to pull him off sides. And surprisingly, you get the nose tackle a lot because he's the closest to your voice.
First down 5. Cutting behind the defender, the pass is complete to Mark Clayton. There was good coverage by Kilson, and then Clayton just outmaneuvered him when the ball was in the air.
What a great play by Mark Clayton, a rookie out of the University of Louisville. He was an 8th-round draft choice. Marino throwing the long ball very well. Kilson never sees it. Clayton trying to fight back inside, sees the ball all the way, comes in, makes a big play. You see Mark Clayton. Kilson running straight downfield, has good coverage on him, but doesn't see the ball. Clayton sees the ball inside, slows down, gets inside, makes the play. It's a big play for the Dolphins and Mark Clayton.
To the 13-yard line. Tony Nathan may have the first down. Chris Keating with the tackle. It'll be first and goal to go.
Watch the left of your screen. We'll see if a flanker can come in and block on the wide receiver. No, we don't see it. But that was just good hard running by the Miami Dolphins. The flanker came down and blocked on one of the inside linebackers to make that play work.
Kuchenberg, Newman, and Bennett with the key block. The Jet game is now tied. It is Cleveland 7 to Jets 7. A Richard Todd touchdown pass of 15 yards. We could be tied here in just a moment. Drops the snap, picks it up. Ben Williams falling on Dan Marino. It'll be second down, goal to go. Question, he tried to pick it up. Shouldn't he just fall on it?
Sure, certainly should. That's one of the things he's learning here today. You still have to go through and see what the problem was. Stevenson turning to his right, Marino turning to his right. Both of them are turning away from each other. That's happened to me several times, Charlie. When you're turning that way, the center's going one way and you're reversing. You got to make sure you stay in there long enough to get the ball.
Loss of a yard to the 3, second down, goal to go. Another miscue. The ball is loose. Recovered by Miami. Did Marino get it again? Or is it Woody Bennett?
Same type of problem, Charlie. When you get down in here, everything is more compacted. The center, watch Dwight Stevenson. Turning the block. Ball comes right up through his hands that time. Newman Freeman hits the ball. Williams has got a good shot at it, misses it. Bennett must have fallen on it. Woody Bennett.
7-yard line. So it was first down goal to go at the 2, now third down goal to go at the 7.
Critical area. You don't need any mistakes down in this area, especially on exchanges from the quarterback, center quarterback.
From the shotgun, Bennett had lined up in the wrong spot, had to move. Reno now scrambling. Throws it back over the middle. It is caught at the 1-yard line. There's a flag down, I believe, at the goal line. Or is that not a flag?
It is a flag, yes.
Is it a flag? Yes, it is. I don't know. It's yellow. And it's at the goal line.
The last 3 plays, Charlie, here.
Defense, number 27, holding.
Chris Williams on the
First down.
That's an automatic first down.
The last 3 plays will point out what a rookie quarterback can do for you. 2 drop snaps, and then here he makes a big play, scrambling around. You see Chris Williams down here. Marino scrambling around, trying to make something happen, makes a big play, averts a loss.
I believe that was Duper that with a diving reception. And the flag gives you the first down. So it's first down goal to go at the 1-yard line. Now, I believe the ball will not be on the 1-yard line. That's where the play ended. But if they call holding, it should be at the 2. I've noticed. Should be about 3.5. They should split the distance to 7.
Accepted. Third down.
Oh, no, it's not a defensive hold. Shula's saying it says it should be first down. And it should be a first down.
Yes.
But again, see, it shouldn't be at the 1, about 2.5 or 3.
So it's first down, goal on the 2.
One of the reasons why they accepted the penalty, they would have been closer with the play, but they would have been 4th down. Now they get the penalty, they're a little further away, but they get 4 downs to get it in.
New England, Baltimore, 7-7, third quarter. So the Jets in Cleveland, they are tied. If Miami scores here, kicks the extra point, we'll be tied. So the AFC East, not only is it close, it's going to stay close.
There's been a lot of overtime games already this year. Probably, almost certainly, will break the record of, 13, I think, last year or the year before of overtime games.
I think there's been 8 already. They may break the record today the way things look, shaping up around the league. Franklin, a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Eugene Meyer was there to meet him. It'll be second down goal to go.
Charlie, whenever I was down at this end of the field, one of the things I always wanted to try to do was get the snap from center. Everything is jammed in. The center is trying to get his block. And the one thing you want to do is make sure you get a hold of that football and get the handoff. Marino gets it cleanly here. Make sure it's a simple handoff right up the middle. Good tough running by Franklin. Good defense by the Buffalo Bills.
Foster is in as a tight end on the right side. Second down goal to go. Bootleg. He wants to throw. In the clear. Has a man. Touchdown. Nat Moore. "77-yard drive.
Let's take another look at it. Play action, second down. This is the time you got to do it. Marino avoiding Kilson, getting outside the pocket. But either run or pass the ball, and Nat Moore makes a good catch. Marino's going to make some big plays for you, just as we've seen. He's going to make some rookie mistakes. You can live with them if he can make your big plays for you.
28-27. Uwe Von Schaman will be kicking for the Ties. Bad foot and all is holding. Flag is down. It is through the uprights, but there was a marker on the play.
Encroachment, defense, number 24, assessed on the kickoff. Goal is good.
Encroachment on Gary Thompson. It is good. We have a tie. back to the score. Cleveland defeats the Jets 10-7. Matt Farr, a 43-yard field goal with no time remaining. They're going bananas in Cleveland. Kickoff will be taken as a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20. Now this means that Cleveland, as you look at the scoring drive here, Cleveland's record in the Central Division is now 4-2. Pittsburgh is 3-2 right behind him. They play Cincinnati tomorrow night. If Pittsburgh wins, then Cleveland and Pittsburgh will remain tied, and they play on NBC next Sunday.
Charlie, we had a good look at Von Schamann kicking off. This is kind of an untypical ball game for him because normally when he plays the Bills, he has to do a lot of work. The first game this year, he kicked 4 field goals in Buffalo to win. Last year in Buffalo, he kicked 3 to provide the winning margin. Today, he's just kicking extra points.
Ferguson goes to work at the Buffalo 20. 7:29 remaining. It is complete to Jerry Butler, and he falls out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Bob Brzezinski was there to be second down and 3, stopping the clock with 7:21 remaining. In the stadium here at the Orange Bowl, 59,948. No shows, 1,486. Of course, the Orange Bowl seating more than 75,000. Now the Jets are 3-3. The winner here would be 4-2. Buffalo and New England, of course, are also playing today. Here's Cribbs to the 41-yard line. Flag goes down. There's a fumble at the end of the play, but there was a marker prior to the fumble. Miami comes up with the football, they say. But this will take a moment to sort it all out because of the flag.
Got to think it may be a face mask when the flag is thrown that late when they're around the ball carrier trying to tackle him. Another discussion. We've had a lot of zebra discussions.
A lot of conference
in the last quarter.
Well, we've had a lot of strange things happen in this ball game. It is a face mask.
Look right there, if you can see it.
There's a hand on the face, yes, on the mask of
Lyle Blackwood, number 42.
We have a face mask, 5 yards, prior to the fumble, throwing the ball back, first down.
45-yard line, first down. Butler in motion.
Reverse.
Butler. Defense is there. There was a clip, I believe, because flags have come down. I believe I saw a clip. Baumauer was clipped. Yes.
Buffalo says if Miami can run a reverse, so have we. And sometimes that happens, Charlie. The coaches up in the press box will see plays that the other team runs on the field and will remind them that we have that too, and maybe we'll run that. He'll take another look at it. It's a sweep starting off. Ferguson to Cribbs. Make sure of the handoff. See if we can see the clip.
It is right there.
Right there.
It was on Will Grant, the center. Takes it back to the 30.
Personal foul, flipping, number 53, behind the line, previous spot foul.
It is assessed for the previous spot or the previous line of scrimmage. There's the clip right at the left top part of your screen, blocking behind below the waist. 15 yards, 30-yard line, first and 25.
Charlie, this has been a really untypical ball game between these two. It's usually a low-scoring game. Their defenses are number 1 and number 8 in the league. We got 28 points on the board for each team.
First and 25. 25-yard line. He was looking for Butler. Judson had the coverage along with Kozlowski, so it'll be 2nd and 25 at the Buffalo 30.
Miami defense, there was a man wide open. Booker Moore was in the right flat, wide open. Of course, Fergie couldn't see him. He probably never throws it to him on that pattern. That just goes to point out the fact that the Dolphins, with their 2 cornerbacks out of the game, plus losing Ernie Roan, who's been out, and going to a 4-man line going to a 3-man line with Kozlowski, who is normally a defensive back as a linebacker, doing all these different adjustments defensively has caused them some problems. They're not playing as well as they should be playing.
2nd and 25, Moore and Leaks, the 2 big backs are in. They're there for protection of the quarterback. And he has time. That's enough to throw. Pass is complete to Butler, and he steps out of bounds. Good coverage in the secondary, though, because he did have time.
He sure did. You give anybody that much time, they'll find somebody. A veteran quarterback will look around and find somebody. Give credit to the offensive line, the Buffalo Bills.
3rd down and 18 at the 37-yard line.
Here's a good angle. Get a see from the sideline what Ferguson is looking at. He's looking to the right. Wants to throw this side. Good coverage. Goes back the other way with it. When you have that much time to throw, you're going to find somebody.
4 wide receivers, 3rd down, 18. Rushing 3 men. Intercepted at the 48-yard line. Fulton Walker has the interception. His first of the year. Big break for the Dolphins as they take over with excellent field position with 6:38 left to go in the ball game. We're tied 28-28.
The zone coverage, Fulton Walker has good vision. He sees the ball coming, goes high for it. He got burned a little bit earlier for one of 4 Ferguson touchdowns. Gets even here. Big play by Fulton Walker. One of the few poor throws by Joe Ferguson today. His first interception, trying to throw it over Fulton Walker's head. Just a little bit short. Ferguson is having a great day, 26 of 35, 280 yards. Wish he had that one back.
He was going to Byron Franklin, who has caught 2 touchdown passes. Miami has the ball on the Buffalo 45-yard line. Franklin to the 38-yard line. Gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Marvin White with the tackle. Atlanta has gone ahead of New Orleans. 17-16, 4th quarter.
Charlie, I look for Miami just to try and control the ball. We have 6 minutes and 10 seconds to play. They got it on the 40-yard line, moving it down. They want to just try to eat up some of the clock and at least get 3 points.
Franklin had problems just getting back to the line of scrimmage. Newman was the pulling guard. Keating and Gilson on the tackle. 1st down. Final score from the Washington Redskins-St. Louis game, 38-14. Redskins continue their roll.
Well, the Redskins coming back and really taking it to the Raiders last week has got to give that entire team a lot of confidence, Charlie, the way they came back and beat the Raiders. The Raiders have been beating up on everybody this year.
Uwe von Schaman, field goal kicker, facing the sideline, 32-yard line, 1st down. Good defensive play by Lucius Sanford. Oh, he dropped Franklin. Woo!
Franklin is getting up a little
Where did
slow.
he come from?
Take a look at Sanford, number 57, right in the middle of your screen on the end of the line. Tony Nathan, 22, is responsible to block him. He takes the inside route. Nathan doesn't get there. That's how you lose friends right there.
That's the understatement. Loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Reno at 5 on the pattern. It is high, tipped, and complete. High high and a little wobbly. Going to Mark Duper. Gilson with the coverage.
If Duper doesn't tip that ball, Chris Williams has it intercepted all the way. We'll get to take a look at it. Man-to-man coverage. Gilson was covering Duper and had him covered pretty well. The ball is thrown high. You see Williams right behind him, ready to intercept.
He was already off the ground.
He was ready to go the other way.
Third down, 14. 4:31 left to go. 6 in the secondary for the Bills. 28-28 tie.
They just want to get the ball a little bit closer. Field goal range.
Joe Rose, good receiving tight end in the ball game. Jumps over the middle. Duper. Inside the 20-yard line. Chris Williams with a tackle. First down.
That is just a great play by Mark Duper. A man that has really not played that much for the Dolphins in his 2 years here. He did had a disappointing year last year. He came in as a second-round draft choice. You see him running underneath there. The ball is thrown low. It's a tough catch. He is making a big name for himself today.
2 touchdown receptions. He has 4 touchdowns on the year. 6 receptions, 56 yards coming into the game. All of his touchdowns off of the arm of Dan Marino. Franklin to the 15. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Chris Keating with the tackle. 3:38 and counting. Not only does Miami want to score, but you mentioned the key. They want to take as much time as possible in scoring. Leave Buffalo as little time as possible on the other side.
Don Shula calling the plays for Marino, shuttling him in with his wide receivers. Wants to control the ball, eat up the clock, get it right in front of the goalpost, kick the field goal or score the touchdown, but really take some time off the clock.
Duper has 5 receptions, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This is Mark Clayton with his touchdown. And Miami leads. That is Clayton's first NFL touchdown. We've had a lot of firsts today, and Clayton joins the party.
There's a happy man, Don Shula. Shula sent this play in. It's a critical situation in the game, but he says, Marino, you're my man. I'm going to let you throw it in this situation. Puts the ball on the money, low and inside, the only place it can be thrown. Is there any doubt that Marino has stepped in as the #1 quarterback for the Miami Dolphins?
No doubt at all. 3:06 left to go. A lot of time remaining. (34-28). Levon Shaman with the point after. It's good. 35-28. And now let's share with Mark Clayton his first touchdown in the NFL. And ironically, he has already thrown for one on a wide receiver reverse and a touchdown pass to Mark Duper. We'll be back with the kickoff. Levon Shaman to kick off. 3:06 left to go. Dan Marino has thrown 3 touchdown passes. Dolphins lead the Bills 35-28. Remember Ferguson having an outstanding game. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. As we pause briefly for station identification, this is the NBC television network.
This is WGRZ TV2 Buffalo.
This is Charlie Jones and Bob Greasy in the Orange Bowl. 35-28. Miami leading. And this is the first time that Miami has led in the ball game, although it was tied at 14-14, 21-21, and 28-28. And there is the scoring drive.
Charlie, this is really unusual. As I said, I'm used to seeing Buffalo, Miami 12-6, 9-3, scores of that nature. 35-28 is really out of character.
Ferguson has pressure now. He has time. Pass is complete to Joe Cribbs, and it may be a first down. All the ball has to do there, it is a first down, is touch the 30-yard line. The reason being it was from the 20 because it was a touchback. If it touches the 30, it's automatic. It's a first down. You do not measure in this situation. They do not measure, and it's a first down. They move the chain. Ferguson scrambling. Throwing a sideline pattern out of bounds at the 35 is Mark Kramer, the tight end. Just past the 36. So it'll be second down and 4. 2:23 time remaining.
Charlie, that's 28 completions for Joe Ferguson, the highest of his career. Again, the Dolphins not penetrating, not getting any pass rush. Ferguson buying some time, scrambling outside. The Dolphins really have not got close to Ferguson today.
And give credit to Jones, Richard, Grant, Borchardt, and Cross. This gives some extra credit to Justin Cross because he's taken a lot of flack because some sacks that have come over his side, but he has done the job today. Here's the blitz. Kozlowski. There was nobody left to pick him up. Loss of 13.
From the right side of your screen, they've been trying everything all day. Finally, a safety blitz works. You see Kozlowski right in front of you, number 40. He was acting like he was covering the receiver. The offensive line didn't see him. Ferguson didn't see him. First sack of the day for the Dolphins.
It will be third down and 17 at the 23-yard line. We have a final now in on that New Orleans-Atlanta game. With no time remaining, Anderson a 35-yard field goal. Atlanta was leading 17-16 with zeros on the clock. He hits it from 35 yards away, 19-17, and the Saints win again.
The Saints are for real.
They are.
Tom Phillips doing a good job.
Probably the best record by any head coach indoors.
Without his hat on.
Without his hat on. At the Astrodome and the Superdome. So a timeout here, 2:14. That is the time remaining in the game. In 2 weeks on NBC Sports World, we'll be bringing you the current Las Vegas 200. Al Unser Sr., Johnny Rutherford, Indy winner Tom Steve, all expected to be running there at Las Vegas. And from Tokyo, World of Sumo will have the Japan Grand Sumo Wrestling Championship. That's Saturday, October the 22nd at 4 p.m. on NBC Sports World. Play of the game for the Buffalo Bills. They may get another opportunity, but not as good as this one on this series because of the clock. 2:14 remaining, but it's third and 17. 4 wide receivers for the Bills, and 4 good ones, as Bob Creasy has pointed out. It is there, first down to Byron Franklin. Franklin with 2 touchdown receptions in the ballgame, his first 2 in the NFL. Blackwood with the tackle. We've got the 2-minute warning, so we'll take a timeout as we take one more look at that big play.
Big play is right. Joe Ferguson finds where he's got the time, throws to the inside before the receiver even breaks. He's got the ball hanging in the air. Good play, big first down.
Needed 17, he got 21. Now here comes another of those fantastic finishes. Ferguson has been over the 300-yard mark. And let's make a correction. It is he's had 4 touchdown passes in that ballgame. 4. Byron Ferguson, 2 receptions for touchdown. He's caught 3 for 59 yards. That's his total. First down for the 44. They say no. That Barry Tuttle was out of bounds. And then was he overruled? Yes. One official made the call from behind the play. The trailing official in front of the play was watching make sure that the 2 feet were in bounds, and he made the overrule.
Charlie, I don't think Buffalo is going to stop themselves. Ferguson is throwing too well. The Dolphins tried that safety blitz with Kozlowski that sacked him a little bit earlier. This time they picked it up. The problem with the Dolphins blitzing is they create one-on-one situations in the secondary, and the Dolphins secondary cannot
Clock operator, please. It should be 1:39.
We have a correction on the clock. It should read 1:39. It would be reset at 1:39. Official time is also kept on the field.
What I was going to say is the receivers are too good for the Dolphins to cover one-on-one. Ferguson is just too hot. Here, we'll take another look at it. 2 feet inbounds.
And the football.
Good call, good catch.
And now the clock is set.
1:39.
We have a final in. Let me get it in quickly. Detroit 38, Green Bay 14. That's a final. Here it is, Miami 35, Buffalo 28. Touchdown and extra point. We're in overtime. Pass is complete. Out of bounds is Jerry Butler stopping the clock. 1:31. First down at just outside the 25-yard line. Gain of 12. Ferguson, this may be the best that I've ever seen him.
This is one of the best games I've ever seen Fergie have. He should have been sacked this time. They had a safety blitz on. The blitz gets inside. Dewey comes around the side. He gets outside the pocket. This is what causes defensive coordinators headaches right here. When you've got him sacked and he gets outside containment, now he's going to make a big play. Now he's got a receiver open. He shouldn't have that much time to throw. Big play for Buffalo. I don't know how they're going to stop him. He's playing too well.
Just outside the 25. First down. 1:31 left to go. Buffalo trailing by 7. Stopping the clock. Pass is complete to Joe Cribb. A gain of 8. 18-yard line. Gain of 7. Second down 3. 1:25. Time remaining. Another quick final just handed us. Denver 26. Houston 14. That is the final just in.
Joe's having a good time. Deserves it. He's had through some tough times this year. He's really coming out of it today. Right on the money.
Both Joes are having good days and good times.
Joe Cribbs.
And Joe Ferguson.
And Joe Ferguson.
Second and 3. 18-yard line. 1:25 left. Miami leads 35-28. Knocked away. Good defensive play. Franklin, the intended receiver. Kozlowski knocked it down. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Charlie, this is a fun game to watch. Both teams are playing well. Ferguson is right on target. This is a good defensive play coming right at you. See it all the way. Kozlowski jumps in. It's fun when people are out there executing. This is the best they can play. 35-28, 7-point lead, 1:20 to go.
Timeout.
You're seeing the best of both teams.
Number 2, Buffalo.
Offensively, anyway. Defensively, strange, because we expected a defensive game.
That's right, but a lot of fun. We've got a timeout. Buffalo stopping the clock. They want it's a regroup situation here. They'll have one timeout remaining. Next Sunday, our host, Lynn Berman, will start it all off. And here's a good look at it all. NFL 83, feature reports, preview of the day's games. Boy, they set up the afternoon for you. And look at the lineup. Miami and the Jets. There is one good one. Cleveland and Pittsburgh. That could well be for the lead in the Central. San Diego, New England. Always exciting. Houston, listen, they're playing a little bit better. They might be able to pull off the upset. That is just 4. More to come. We've got them on a second panel for you. You saw them for a moment, and here they are for real. Buffalo, Baltimore. Another big game in the East. The Raiders, Seattle. Big shootout in the Northwest. Cincinnati at Denver. Denver playing better. Cincinnati, they're kind of up and down. It's a full lineup.
Cincinnati's playing well.
Yep.
Last 2 weeks. From an offensive player, Kay Stevenson, you see there, being a quarterback, you got to love this type of game. If you're an offensive player, you root for the offense. You've got to enjoy a scoring game like this when they're playing well.
Okay, now you're 3rd and 3, so you got 2 downs. Before you lose the ball, if you don't pick up the first down. You throw into the end zone, you try and pick up the first down, you run, you got a timeout left.
You send all 5 players out. You've had good protection with your 5 offensive linemen. Send some people into the end zone and send some people short and just read the coverage.
8-yard line. First down, Mark Kramer. It'll be first down and goal to go. The clock continues its inexorable march. Buffalo has one timeout remaining. Do you throw it away here?
No, you've got plenty of time.
You went one-on-one. If it wasn't there, it was high, and then you stop the clock.
Exactly
okay,
right. Take a shot at it. Take a shot. If he's covered, don't take any chances.
So it's second down, goal to go, 8-yard line. 35-28.
Some days, Charlie, everything goes right for you. Some days you can't buy a completion. Today, Joe Ferguson is having a lot of fun.
Just a moment ago, it was third down and 3. And you're right, they sent receivers deep and they sent receivers underneath the coverage.
Good coverage, good throw, good catch.
Good defense. It was all there. Mark Bramer with the first down, 8-yard line. Second down, goal to go. 52 seconds, 5-2 left in the game. Ferguson now has pressure, and I think he was just dumping it off. Cribbs was there, but there were 4 Dolphins right behind him. So I think that he was just dropping it off. We're going to run through all of the final score. You look at them visually, and we'll continue to set up what is happening here. 46 seconds. That is the time left. It'll be third down, goal to go. What are your options?
Well, your options are you send 5 people out and you read the coverage. Now, it seems very simple, but you read the single coverage, and as well as Ferguson is throwing and as well as his people are getting open, all he has to do is read and react. The Dolphins have not been getting any pressure. The guy I'd be concerned with is the tight end and Mr. Cribbs, number 20.
So he has 2 shots at it, this one and the next one, for overtime. There's one. He did not go in. It was Butler. He did not go in. They'll take the timeout, though. They'll take the timeout. Marked down by the official. They got to stop the clock. Now stop it. Kozlowski and Walker saved the touchdown.
What a play. Ferguson looking downfield. He's got his safety valve coming across the field. Great catch by Butler. Look at this effort to get in the end zone. He sees the line, knows where he's got to go. Good defense by the Dolphins. Here's another angle, looking right at it. Butler going across the field, underneath all the coverage. Now he says, let me turn upfield and see if I can get in the end zone. The determination on the Dolphins not to let him get in.
Fulton Walker, look at this, just picks him up and keeps that ball from crossing the plane of the goal line. Buffalo uses their last timeout. They're what, a foot and a half away?
What a great game. 35-28. It all comes down to this. 4th and 1 on the 1-yard line.
For those of you that have been watching the Denver game, look what we have here. Miami leading 35-28, 28 seconds left to go. Buffalo has the ball about 1 foot away from the Dolphin goal line. It is 4th down, goal to go. The Bills just used their last timeout. So it all turns on this play. The stop made by Fulton Walker. Jerry Butler, a great reception. The pass was behind him.
They will take another look at it. Catches the ball, makes a good catch. 4th and 1 coming up.
We're live. Here we go. Pass is to Cribbs. Touchdown. Everybody figured that there would be power up the middle, and it was Cribbs to the outside. But it's not over yet. Joe Danello has to kick the extra point.
So you figure, give it to your best man. Let Ferguson roll out. One pass option. He's got a man deep in the end zone. Cribbs is wide open. There's it coming right at you. Going right to you. Cribbs avoids the defensive man. I tell you, what a great play Ferguson made all the way down the field. He's been great all day.
Here's the extra point, and it is good, and we are tied 35-35. Now, this game was tied at 14 all. It was tied at 21 all and tied at 28 all. 23 seconds left to go. Now, here's the discussion. How do you want me to kick it off? Do you want a squib kick just to stay low and try to break up their concentration? Hit it as deep as I can. Danilo will be kicking into the wind. Ferguson, 5 touchdown passes, matching his personal best. And we're staring at overtime. Let's go back to the touchdown. I think a daring call.
Watch Cribbs, 20, coming out of the backfield, avoids the defensive back there, jumps over him. What an aware person Cribbs is. He reacts to what he sees. The ball is on the money. There's no keeping him out of the end zone.
Ferguson has to have so much confidence with that call. Wouldn't you think Roosevelt leaks into the middle? He only had a foot and a half to go.
No, I think as well as Cribbs is playing and as well as Ferguson is playing, let him roll out. Let him get him a little time, a little busted play. Get him out in an open area and let him react to what he sees.
Tony Nathan and Fulton Walker are concerned. They're concerned about an onside catch. Because they're setting up, they're just inside their own 20, and now look between the 245. The Dolphins with 9 people. He'll just drop it over the top of that stack. He goes deep with it. You can't down it there. So Miami will have the ball on the 4-yard line. 20 seconds left to go. Riddick down for the Buffalo Bills. They'll just fall on it. Look, he almost downed it right around the 1 of the 2.
Well, Tony Nathan, number 22, and Fulton Walker wanted the ball to go in the end zone. When it didn't, they say, uh-oh, we got to run it out.
Now Miami here, they'll just fall on the ball. Run off the clock. Buffalo is out of timeout, and we'll go to overtime.
Exactly. You don't want to fool around in this area of the field. The game is going to go into overtime. Just go down on a knee, take your 20 seconds, and come back and hope you win the coin toss.
Yes, that's so important. There'll be a 3-minute intermission. Play will be continued in a 15-minute period or until there's a score. Of course, the first score, and if we play 15 with no score, then it goes in the books as a tie. 2-minute rules? Well, you remember those old 2-minute rules that come at the end of the first half and into the second half? Well, they come in at the end of the overtime period, should we get to that point. But first things first. They'll have the intermission. Everybody will regroup, and then maybe the most important call that has been made today, and that is heads or tails.
Heads or tails. I remember a time when we, on our undefeated season, Charlie, was when it was, we won the toss, I think, 12 or 13 times in a row that year. Now, Bonacani was there, Nick Bonacani, our linebacker, and I would go out occasionally, and we won the toss 13 times in a row, took the opening kickoff, and marched right down and scored all 13 times. Half of the times we called heads. I always liked heads. Bonacani, he liked tails.
So it didn't make any difference?
No, just whatever you felt.
You got it.
That says it all. So Buffalo will be kicking off. Miami receiving. And they'll be looking now for field goal range for Uwe von Schamann. His long this year is 50 yards. His career long is 53. Let's go to our local stations for a station break.
It's the sensational
In the last few years with his kicking.
Including the opener.
It's unusual, but he still may win it today, or Danilo may win it today on field goals. Obviously, von Schamann's getting ready.
Now, the reason that Buffalo took the right side is that means that Miami will be moving into the wind. It's beginning to pick up just a little bit as the afternoon wears on here. It's about 4:35 local time in Miami. Another thing to point out, keep this in mind, regardless of how many timeouts you had left at the end of the regular game, Buffalo went on, and Miami still had 3. Forget that. In this overtime period, or until a score has been made, each team has 2 timeouts. Now, before the kickoff, let's run through the final scores that we have of the game. Cleveland defeating the Jets. New Orleans at the end of the game. That Cleveland was at the end of the game, too. Washington winning. Denver winning. Houston still struggling. Minnesota, Chicago. Detroit over Green Bay. All right, now we've got all of the bookwork done. We're ready to go with overtime. Joe Danello will kick off. Fulton Walker is the deep back. He'll down it. So Miami will start at their 20-yard line. You know something I've noticed about midway through the third quarter, Dan Marino was no longer a rookie quarterback in his first start. All of a sudden, it's a different ball game.
Exactly. I had the same feeling. Marino has come of age. He's made some mistakes. He has reacted slowly to some things, and that's going to happen. But until he gets in there and plays and does it himself, it's not going to happen. Now he's in there. And most of that yardage you see on your screen has been in the second half. I think he had like 50 yards in the first half.
And he's had to play that well because Joe Ferguson is playing so well. Little play action to open up. Drills this one. 40-yard line. 50-yard line. Mark Duper. Duper with 31 yards. Duper now has 6 receptions for 190 yards. And look at that smile. It says it all.
Remember that Don Shula is calling these plays. Not only is Marino playing better, Shula has had the confidence in Marino. A little play action fake. Good catch by Duper, who is replacing Duriel Harris. Big play. Gets them out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Franklin, 40-yard line. Just shy of the first down. Sanford and Marv with the tackle. And I expected him to throw, so they mixed him up with a run.
You see another look at it. Trap. You see the left guard, Kuchenberg, pulling out from behind the line of scrimmage. You know, the Bills have not blitzed that much today. But I anticipate either them blitzing or going for the ball as close as the Dolphins get to field goal range.
Was that Smerlis? He says I was pulled off. Now, offensively from tackle to tackle, once you go to the 3 or 4 point set, you cannot move. If you move, it's an automatic call. They say no, it's encroachment, which is moving across the neutral zone, making contact prior to the ball being snapped. 5 yards, that's a first down at the 35.
Dolphin line is set right now.
No, there was no movement. Good call.
It's got to be something in the cadence of Dan Marino. Shula teaches him young, doesn't he?
He does. Give us a quick thing of how you do a cadence to try and
if it's on 3, you might say set 290, 290, hut, hut. And you may get somebody.
And there's still another hut left, right?
There's still one left.
Here's Franklin spinning out. Good defensive play. They stop him at the 35.
The reason you get the nose guard a lot of times because he is affected mostly by your voice inflection because he's the closest. He can hear you the best. And if you can really jerk it, sometimes you'll get him more than anybody else. Of course, defensive coaches say you're right there in front of the ball. Just watch the ball, but that's not the way it works.
Von Schaman loosening up, 35-yard line, 2nd and 10. Bennett and Nathan in the backfield. Orr and Clayton are the wide receivers. Lots of time. Scooping reception, no. They said no. Then he short hops it, Tony Nathan. That, I believe, is the umpire who just turns around looking right into the reception. And now there's a little conference. That was the umpire's call, and he brought it back. It'll be 3rd and 10.
See if we can see it from this angle. This is Marino sitting in the pocket. He's got confidence in his guys to hold him out.
It's hard to tell, but I have to agree with the call, though.
I can't make a call from that angle. The ball was moving around a little bit. It didn't touch the ground. It's hard to say.
And the umpire had a better look at it than we did. Which just shows that the replay doesn't solve all the problems. It was Tom Hensley that made the call. 6 men in the secondary. 3rd down and 10. This one is low. No, same call. Short hopped it. Now you're 4th and 10 at the 35. And here comes Uwe von Schaman. It'll be an attempt of about 52 yards into the wind.
Danger here now for the Dolphins. He's going to have to kick it a little bit lower on the trajectory to get it over the line, to get the distance, to get to the goalpost. If Buffalo can get in, get a hand up, they may be able to block it.
His career long is 53, and this is going to be 53 yards to match his personal best and to win in overtime. If he fails, Buffalo has the ball at their own 35. Nope. Buffalo takes over. So the Bills, even though they lost the tie, which can be deadly in overtime. Literally, that's a double-double, isn't it? He didn't catch that too well, but boy, that's a long haul.
Don Shula doesn't mask his emotions any, does he? He lets you know how he's feeling. Hits it good, gets it over the line of scrimmage, just pulls it a little bit.
So Buffalo will have the ball on their own 35-yard line. First down.
You know, Charlie, if you watch the kickers in the stadium, they'll be the first guy to tell you, as we get a look at it, whether or not they're going to make it or not. They see it first, and they know.
Ferguson with the hot hand. Can it continue? He opens with a little play action. He goes deep and overthrows everybody. Jerry Butler, the intended receiver, and Paul Langford had the deep coverage, I believe. Lyle Blackwood also back there.
The Bills
you like that as an opening play?
The Bills know where their strength is. It's been in their passing game. You got to give the ball to Ferguson and let him look over the field. I'd throw a couple more times or get the ball down to Joe Cripps. They've got the win with them. They need to get the ball about to the 30-yard line at least and let Danilo get a shot at it.
We're 2 minutes and 2 seconds into the overtime, 12:28 left. In case there is no scoring in the overtime period, then it goes into the books as a tie. Second and 10. Drop top. Booker Moore. They'll mark it out at the 37, so a gain of a couple now. Third down and 8.
Third and 8.
Another big play. I tell you what, when you talk about giving up possession of the football, if you don't make 8 yards in overtime, that's even more critical.
You might not get it back.
That's true.
First score, and any kind of a score, there's 3 ways to score. Touchdown, safety, field goal. And if there's a touchdown, forget it, there's no extra point. First score, it's over. Ferguson's career high yardage, 374 yards. Boy, what a game. 5 touchdown passes, 36 of 49. Third and 8. Incomplete. Frank Lewis, the intended receiver. It'll be 4th and 8, and Greg Cater will be punted. Judson with the coverage on Lewis. Why do they go long?
Well, Charlie, they send 5 receivers out. He reads the man coverage. If he's got somebody going deep that has man-to-man coverage and he thinks can get open, he'll throw it down. Now, if you got double coverage deep, he'll come off to the short routes. It's just a matter of reading the coverage and throwing the ball.
And he had single coverage deep on both of the long passes.
He certainly did.
Hopping over the head of Clayton. Back to the 5-yard line. To the 4. Down at the 2-yard line. Big rookie mistake by Mark Clayton of Louisville. Urban Parker made the tackle.
That's exactly right, Charlie. We've talked about the kiddie core of the Dolphins with Duper in there, with Mark Clayton and Marino. When you get young guys into the offense or the defense, they're going to make some big plays for you, but they're also likely to make some mistakes. He'll learn from that mistake, I'll guarantee you.
You'll hear about it.
I've heard Shula before. Here we'll see it again. He should have moved up and caught the ball. You never want to let a punt hit the ground. Either he or one of the sharp men should have caught the football.
Now remember, I just mentioned one of the 3 ways to score is a safety. And Miami has the ball on their own 2-yard line, first down. Now what is the safety? That's when the offensive team has the impetus that puts the ball in the end zone. If they run in the end zone and then down, take the snap, go back, tackled in the end zone.
The other thing thing to look out for is if the quarterback is in the end zone passing the football and you get called for a holding penalty in the end zone, that's a safety.
Great power. Franklin to the 5-yard line. They're just looking for a little breathing room. And I think here that they want some breathing room for Roby to kick.
Exactly. It's critical now as far as the Dolphins are concerned to hold this ball and get some yardage, because if they don't, they kick the ball. Ferguson is going to have the ball on about his 50-yard line, moving with the wind.
Joe Rose is in at tight end. And again, Roby from Iowa, the rookie, drafted in the 8th round, is a great kicker. I mean, he's capable of hitting it 65 or 70 yards. Even into the wind. He's that good. Pass is complete. 10-yard line to the 17. It is Nathan with the first down. Gain of 12. Sanford and Marv with the tackle. Tony Nathan. Big reception and good run at the end of it.
That's Dan Marino standing in, so cool. Guys are fighting around him. If he gets tackled in the end zone, the game is over with. Maybe he doesn't know that, Charlie. He just looks too cool.
First down, 17-yard line. We're 4 minutes and 12 seconds into the overtime period. Continues near the 29-yard line. Gain of 12. First down. Steve Freeman with the tackle.
We take a ground look up of the replay. Good running by Andre Franklin. The key for the Bills here now is if they can go, if one man has him wrapped up, the second man should go in there and try to strip the ball from him.
We have a timeout. We have 10:17 left to go in the overtime period. Tied 35-35. We'll be back in a moment. In 43 seconds into a 15-minute overtime period. Only one period. 10:17 left in the period. Again, each ball club has 2 timeouts in the overtime period. That was an injury timeout, was not charged. It was Eugene Meyer, who was hurt on the play. First down for Miami at their own 29. Woody Bennett gets the call. Fritz Merlis with the tackle.
Tackle by Fritz Merlis.
You know, Charlie, we haven't really mentioned the fact that most teams coming into Miami with this type of heat and humidity really have a tendency to wilt late in the ball game. I have seen none of that in either the Bills' defense or their offense.
Their offense particularly gets stronger as the game has gone on. 2nd and 8. Miami at their own 31. Play action to Overstreet. The throw is to Woody Bennett. And he is out of bounds near the first down marker. Chris Keating was there for the defense. It's important where they spot it as we take another look.
In the groove. Marino making his fake, setting up tall, moves around in the pocket till he finds where he's got some time. Woody Bennett makes a good catch and fights for the first down.
And he's got it at the 30, just outside the 39. Miami in their own territory. Their second possession in overtime. To wait on it, and it is incomplete. Nathan, he had a problem getting out and getting loose, but Marino, he is cool.
Getting out of traffic is what he had problem with. All those defensive and offensive linemen, the fake was to him, and he had to get through them. We'll take another look at it. Nathan, there you see 22 is being held by Williams, 77. Big Ben saw it come and said, let me hold on to you. I think I know where the ball's going.
And I'll delay you getting there.
Right.
Darryl Talley replaces Parker defensively for Buffalo. 2nd and 10. Miami at their own 39. 9:26 left in overtime. Target first down. 48-yard line of Buffalo to Mark Duper.
Super Duper, they call him. Marino back to pass. It's man-to-man coverage. Marino sees Duper, covered by Mario Clark. I'm impressed with Duper today, Charlie. He's running against some of the best defensive backs in the league, especially Mario Clark, and he's coming up with the plays.
And he has 7 receptions for 202 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he is Super Duper. First down at the Buffalo 48. Franklin. 9 yards on the carry. Sanford and White with the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Charlie, whoever comes out on the short end of this, if it doesn't end in a tie, we came into this game, Buffalo's offense was number 27 in the NFL. Miami's offense was number 26. Whoever loses can still take heart in the fact that their offense played very well today.
2nd down and 1, 39-yard line of Buffalo. Nathan and Bennett in the backfield. Dan Marino in his first start in the National Football League. Nathan just trying to backpedal for the first down. Sanford in the stack with him. And I think he picked it up. They'll mark it about the 37-yard line.
Chulo thinking of a play. Wanting to make sure it's first down, which it is.
And we're midway through the overtime, 7.5 and counting.
You know, emotionally, this takes a lot out of players, too. They'll be very much down, whoever loses this game, and the winners will be really go on from here and build on this game. But it's tough to lose, but you bounce back on Tuesday, you realize, offensively I'm speaking, we had a great game, we scored a lot of points. Now let's go back and continue to do that week after week.
And you've got to, because next week Buffalo is at Baltimore and Miami at the New York Jets. First down at the Buffalo 37-yard line. Play action. There was holding downfield that was not called. Pass is incomplete, and then the flag comes. There was holding on one of the receivers. Somebody grabbed somebody as they came around.
I think that was the linebacker grabbing Tony Nathan as he was coming out of the backfield.
Because he had a good grip on the jersey. I mean, if you're going to hold, go ahead and hold.
Case Stevenson watching from the sideline. There's not much he can do at this point.
Defense holding. Number 57.
Lucius Sanford, linebacker. It's the same play that Joe Cripps caught a little earlier in the game. We had a little play action. The back tries to sneak out. Sanford saw it too late and grabbed on to Tony Nathan. First down for the Dolphins, 33-yard line.
Ken Johnson checks into the defense. Bill Acker comes in. Smirlis comes out. First down. Woody Bennett. No gain. Now, let's just, from here, a field goal attempt would be from the 40, so attempted 50 yards. They still need another 10, 12 yards.
I have to say that if Von Schaumann got another chance at it, if they get any better closer than this, he won't miss on 2 of them. He's too good a kicker to miss 2 field goals in a row. They're going to win a ball game.
But from that distance into the wind, and the wind, look at the flag. The wind is beginning to whip up now. Duper back in as a wide receiver. Clayton is the other one.
Here comes the blitz.
You read it.
Here they come.
There's pressure and a sack. Darryl Talley, the rookie from West Virginia. Big play. We had that as the Bills' 3rd sack of the ball game. Ben Williams with the other 2. And we're official. Good.
We said earlier, Charlie, the problem with young players, rookies, especially they're going to make some big plays, and Marino has. But here's a play time where he made a mistake. He sees the blitz. He should get rid of the ball at least and avoid the sack. Here we see another angle. Penetration in the pocket. Either scramble, take off, and get out of there, or throw it away.
Loss of 13. 3rd down, 24. 46-yard line. Pass is complete. Out of bounds. short of the first down, but not that short. A Buffalo player injured back at the 41-yard line within field goal range of Uwe von Schaman. And this was all arm on this pass.
What a big play by Dan Marino. The play before, we said he made a rookie mistake in not getting rid of the ball. Here he makes a rookie aggressive, positive play by setting up, waiting for his receiver to get open, waiting for him, hits him. Good move on Mario Clark. Throws out his foot, tries to trip him. Nat Moore, the veteran receiver, gets him in field goal range.
Gain of 28 yards from the 33. 43 yards for the win. 43 yards. It is no good. No good from 43 yards. Oh. 5:15 left, and Buffalo has another chance.
Unbelievable, Charlie. Watch his reaction. You can tell immediately whether he's going to miss it or make it. He's missed it.
A reprieve for the Buffalo Bills. He's had 2 53 and 43 opportunities. And now Buffalo has the ball at the line of scrimmage at 25-yard line, first down. I would like to see this end in a tie. I think they both deserve to win. Nobody deserves to lose.
It's like two heavyweight boxers just knocking it out.
Yes.
Last round, they're both slugging it out.
5:15 left. Rip sweeps to the right side. Maybe a yard. Good defensive play by A.J. Dewey. 2nd and 9. I don't know how they stand it. I'm drained. Emotionally drained. What a ball game.
Well, as in Ferguson's shoes and in Kay Stevenson, who is calling the plays, your attitude is cautious but positive. You don't want to do anything.
Should you say that again?
You don't want to do anything that's going to create a turnover for the Dolphins. You don't want to fumble the ball or throw in interceptions. But you have the win and you have an exciting, hot offense. Let's see if we can get it down into scoring range.
Tripp. First down. And he got the last 5 yards himself for the first down. 36-yard line, needed 9, got 10.
You're drained. What do you think about these 59,000 people here, Charlie? We see Joe Cribb sneaking out and going across. Ferguson throwing a safe pass. He lets his wide receivers clear out deep, slips the ball into Ferguson, say, okay, Joe, I got you in the broken field. Let me see you make some moves and make a big play out of it.
First down, Buffalo, their own 36-yard line. Now the clock comes into play. 3:50 and counting. Time remaining. Ferguson scramble. Now he sets. He throws to Cribb. Cribb's really a defensive play. Kozlowski became the receiver. Cribbs knocked it away to save the interception.
Joe Cribbs is amazing. You called it exactly right, Charlie. Kozlowski had the angle on him, was cutting underneath. First, we'll look at the rush. Bowser coming in 56, trying to get Joe setting up, looking around, plenty of time. So let me move around over here. Let me set up a little more. Throws the ball inside. Cribbs just breaking it up.
Cribbs, 9 receptions for 93 yards. He's rushed 10 times for 46 yards, 4.6-yard average. 2nd and 10, 36-yard line. Buffalo in their own territory. 3:37 remaining in overtime. One-on-one. Incomplete. Butler, the intended receiver. Paul Langford was with him stride for stride. It'll be 3rd down and 10 back at the 36. And again, reading the defense, he had man coverage deep, and that's where he goes.
And he had man-to-man on Paul Langford, who is subbing for Gerald Small, who is out of the ballgame with a hamstring. Langford is normally a weak safety, backs up Lyle Blackwood, but is playing at corner this game, had good coverage on the play. Shula says Langford and Judson on the other corner are They're his two best athletes on the entire team.
Buffalo takes a timeout. Each team in overtime has 2 timeouts. Dolphins still have 2 remaining. Buffalo has 1. 3:31. That is the time remaining in overtime. So we'll be going away for a moment, but we'll be coming back. We're still tied. 35-35. We're in the Orange Bowl in Miami. Boy, you don't want to miss the close of this one.
In our first 25 years in space, we have explored the edges of our solar system. We have probed for life on other planets. We have touched the face of the moon.
Number 75 is Doug Better. Little Gatorade in the face for refreshment. 3rd down and 10. This is Charlie Jones, Bob Greasy. 3:31 left to go in overtime. Remember again, if we finish the period and there's no score, it goes in the books as a tie. First score, any means. Safety field goal touchdown, and the timeouts remain. Again, man-to-man coverage. This one is caught. Mike Mosley caught it. And Fulton Walker had the coverage. And that is the play that Ferguson has been looking for, that deep man coverage, and he got it.
Just has man-to-man coverage. If you throw this ball up enough times, sooner or later your receiver is going to come down with it. Mosley sees the ball, makes a good play on it, reacts well to it. We'll see it again right at the bottom of your screen right here. Fulton Walker running with him all the way. Just throw it high and to the outside and hope good things will happen. Mosley makes the play.
3rd down and 10 was the play. A gain of 35 yards. A first down at the Miami 29. 2:41 and counting, time remaining. Here within field goal range for Joe Danello. His long this year is 48. His career long is 55. Tribb, sure-handed. To the 26. He has 3. I predict they'll run one more time. They'll attempt the field goal on 3rd down. In case there's a bobble, they could have another attempt.
I don't think they're close enough, Charlie. I think with Danello and his kicking, I think they would like to drop back, have Ferguson sit back and throw some safe passes like he's been doing. Maybe drop it over the middle to Cribbs and give him an opportunity to gain some yards that way.
2nd down and 7, 26-yard line of Miami. We've got whistles now. What has happened? This is the 2-minute warning. The 2-minute warning will be given to both benches. The reason for the 2-minute warning, because in reality, this is the last period. This is the last period. And the 2-minute warning, there are some rule changes. You cannot buy an overtime if there's an injury and you stay in the ballgame. It costs you a timeout. You want to come out on the kickoff. The clock does not start until the ball has been touched in the field of play. Now, that's the reason for the 2-minute warning, and we have it here. I just wanted to update you on that before I tell you that Lynn Berman will start. Shaman has missed in overtime from 53 and 43. But remember, in the regular ball game, Danello missed from 27 yards away. Now that's at the 17-yard line with the line of scrimmage at the 10. And he hit it high, and he missed it. Roosevelt League. At the 26, it was 2nd down and 7. And he has 3 to the 23. So it is 3rd down and around 4. I think I'd kick it from here.
It's a 40-yard field goal from here.
Too many things can happen. They're looking at the sideline. 20 seconds on the 30-second clock. The wig-wag signal's coming in. They're going to go.
Buffalo's strong point is not their place kickers. They've had how many place kickers over the last 10 or 12 over the last few years?
And Steinford started this year. Got a poor start. Danello's replaced it. 19-yard line. It'll be close to the first down for Roosevelt League. Now the decision may be made for you. If it is 4th down, you do kick.
Definitely.
I mean, if it's 4th down and a foot, you still kick, right? You would agree with that.
I got to go along with you there, Thomas.
I knew I would find a call that you like. Now the chains come out. Of course, if it's a first down, then you continue with a safe on the ground or maybe throw to the end zone. All kinds of options.
They're stalling. These coaches on the sidelines, they know they don't make it. See, he knew he didn't make
it.
it.
It's close. Wait a minute. Look. Oh, an inch. Now what do you do?
It could be 2 feet. It could be 2 yards. You still got to kick it.
All right. Justin Cross will be snapping. Matt Koeffler will be holding. Joe Danello will be kicking, but not before Danello has a time to think about it, because Miami takes a timeout. 1:08 left to go in the overtime period.
Let him think about it a little bit.
Does it really bother a good kicker?
I don't think it bothers a good kicker. I know you think about something else, just block it out, and then when it's time to do your kicking, then you go into your normal free kick motion. I know as a quarterback, when we had a timeout, I wouldn't think about, I know what play I was going to call, and I just have it in the back of my mind, and then I just say what a nice day it is. A lot of these people came out. It's fun to play. It's good to be out here playing, and then when it's time to do it, you get back in your concentration, and you get back in your level of play, and you go back out and you call the play, you run the play, or you kick your field goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 19, so the hole will be usually 7 yards back at the 26. So an attempt of 36 yards with the win, with 1:08 left to go in overtime.
Danello was an excellent kicker.
This is what he's paid to do. Going to try it from out around, well, I would say 36 to 37 yards. Kicking a few divots in the turf out there. Picking out his spot for Matt Koeffler to put it down. 35-35 in overtime. And Danello just pacing back and forth. It's a lonely life. A field goal kicker. And Danello, who hit the upright on one, is going to try a almost a 37-yarder. Outside the 36 by a little bit. Here's the try by Joe Danello. Waiting. There's the put down, the kick. It's long enough, and it is good. And the Bills have beaten the Miami Dolphins in the Orange Bowl for the first time since 1966. They win it 38-35. They are mobbing Danello out at the 30-yard line. Some of the Dolphins are still down at the line of scrimmage. Well, a dramatic ending to an overtime game that went 2 ticks, less than 14 minutes. The Bills dodged the bullet twice on field goal tries of 53 and 43 and won it on Danello's 36-yarder. And we'll be back at the Orange Bowl in Miami with a post-game show, including our wrap-up of today's game on the Buffalo Bills Football Network.
Stay tuned for the post-game show next. Buffalo Bills football, brought to you by Tops Friendly Markets. Tops low prices save you more. By the New York Lottery's daily